think it's working.
What a fucking surprise.
I think it's working.
Go online. Create a room. Create room.
Is it? It's not working. What's going on here?
You're gay.
This is what I get for fixing the other thing.
Carl, if it was fixed, it wouldn't be broken.
Well,
That's what you get for not fixing it.
what?
Kyle, you're aware we're not playing Fallout, right?
As first it goes.
I know.
Why
Okay,
the
shut up.
shoes?
I now know what it did. So after
Oh my
fixing,
God,
after
help.
fixing it, it went back and reverted to the last pre-saved stream title.
You're not very smart, you know that.
It's not that I'm extremely smart. It's that I'm a genius.
It is not that you're very smart, yes, that is correct.
I think everyone else can take the blame for this, except me. I think Bubbles is responsible. Bubbles,
Do you think he fucks up this often in his job too?
well, if I did, I wouldn't have a job. See, I have a good theory. I burn up all my creative energy in the morning, and the rest of and then
I see now where your worries come from, Kyle.
we get to 4 p.m. every day, and I've already been working 10 hours, and like I'm dead inside. Like if we streamed, imagine if we streamed.
That's your
before.
fault, though.
Imagine. You're not imagining. Come on, let us delete these things.
One of these days. One of these days.
Open that.
But probably not today.
Oh, Papa. Noises.
So I should just hit preparation complete, right? Just start with that.
For the sake
Noises.
of
Why not,
stream
Cal?
Bubbles, don't be a
Noises.
bad Bubs.
Noises.
So harsh.
All I have to do is press this one button and we'll be in game.
Did you see the interview with Manlords?
No.
They basically just there's no confirmation of whether the co-op's gonna have a big focus. Sounds like it's gonna be entering early access, and it also sounds like they're gonna be doing. He keeps saying they as if there's a team. One crazy Slav dude. It's called Slavic Magic, I think is his name.
Yep.
Kind of hilarious. I mean, much like the name Slavic Magic. What do you think? Magic or Slavic? Or both?
It's just like those black people in America who
Wow, Bubbles.
pretend that African
Racist.
magic is a real thing.
Reese's Bubs. How is this like that? Also, I've never heard of this. Bubbles fucking talks about like one bumfuck guy that people parade around, probably, that thinks something stupid like that exists.
Sure, Kyle.
Bubbles, my fucking country is the size of Scandinavia and Europe.
Kyle believes that only things he experienced personally is reality and
Bubbles
nothing else exists.
sees one thing on the internet and is like, all American. He's
Except that's exactly what you do.
That's exactly what you do, Bubbles. See, I
Do I?
understand that each province is different. Unlike Savage Bubbles, the coastal fucking monkey that she is.
So in a way, you divided America into provinces and not states.
I think you're just mad. You're mad
Also,
because you're
it
a
is
bubble.
a fact that it took place in an American university where they were talking about, what was it? I think it was some young black girl who, what was it she said? In certain areas of Africa, they bring water from a rock and then they call the lightning down on the rock. And then she asks, unironically, how does your Western science explain that? That was in the US.
I think there's a few more examples too.
And of course, nobody had an explanation. Western science cannot explain how the shaman calls the lightning. It is beyond our ability to explain. Beyond calling it horseshit, of course.
It's also entirely not documented to have ever happened.
There's a disco.
I have reliably been informed that documentation is also a innovation of the Western man.
Yes. That is true.
That means it's Raskist. You're not allowed to document stuff or use facts, Bubbles.
In fact, numbers themselves are racist. So, yeah.
Especially with the numeric system we use.
Yes, that one in particular.
Yes. Because that's
Cheating. Yes.
which actually came from India.
The Arabs stole it from the Indians. Yes. Regina. Oh my god, it's like that school. It's like some kid's looking over copying some kid's answers. There's another kid
Luckily,
copying that kid.
The white man has the ability
Copying some kid's answers. There's another kid
Luckily,
copying that kid.
to take things produced by a powder and just run with it.
Mm-hmm.
Very fortunate when you come to think of it.
Protect the civilians.
Newbie, time to show your courage. These are species alpha monsters.
There was even, I believe, Macaroni. Emmanuel Macaroni of France said, what was his wording again? I don't remember the exact wording, but basically he said that all of the current problems in France when it came to a certain political direction was all originating from America. I think he called it American progressivism.
I remember exactly what he said. And again, I'm pretty sure exactly what he said was probably in French.
Oh, probably.
Actual.
Exterminate the monsters immediately. There will be casualties.
Basically,
I
the
do
point
love it
is,
when people
Kyle,
like quote people in text, but it's translated. If it's translated, it's not actually a quote.
Because you can't make a direct translation.
Then it's
generally.
paraphrasing.
The point, nevertheless, remains, and that is that Kyle is to blame for most things. At the very least, he's
Kyle is to blame for France. I agree.
I didn't know that when I did that Europa playthrough as France, that was legit. If I had known, I would not have taken over most of the planet. Though to be fair, if reality was based off that playthrough, then the British people would be speaking French.
Well, they would have if it weren't for that large body of water in between them and the French.
The Franks are not known for being peaceful people.
See,
Sure
I've
they
been
are.
reading a massive fucking book on the Napoleonic Wars, aptly named A Comprehensive History of the Napoleonic Wars.
Nice
And
enough.
basically, Napoleon would have had no issues whatsoever conquering Britain. Fucking none. Except for the fact there was an awful lot of water in between him and the English.
And the English had more ships.
It's very strange how that works.
Kind of why the English have so many
It's almost
ships.
like the English realized that there's a whole lot of water in between them.
What are you? The debris of the teleportation ship is being recovered.
There's also the fascinating fact that the English didn't have an army at all, a permanent standing army, exclusively on militia, and only formed army units for specific objectives or situations. This was because Cromwell had, of course, created the new army or something like that he called it. And he turned out to be a military dictator, of course, and that kind of soured the Brits on the whole army thing.
Like 1917, 1940, I was like, squeaking a large Christ. See, what's that one book?
Even you've given up on it, Kyle, now. It's Arch, you little munchkin.
March. No, because my brain is powers are taken up. What little remain after. You gotta remember.
Trying
this-
to click.
It's fucking reports, dudes. It's fucking reports. See, I have to go back to doing reports after stream. I'm sad.
Well, it's not my fault, Kyle, that you chose to be a corporate rat instead of doing YouTube, so, you know,
I
eat
am
it, I guess.
doing YouTube.
Oh, you're not.
It's like,
Like,
this
your little
doesn't count.
fiddly channel.
This is what
doesn't
we
count
call
now.
peaceful
Barge?
content. Okay? Peaceful protest. Peaceful Kibs content.
I don't think there is such a thing as a peaceful Kibs.
I don't know.
There is.
By
It's called the Dead
definition,
Kibs.
Oh yes, but by definition, Kibs existing is a crime against something.
Yeah, I was gonna use a reference of a playthrough
Technology.
in, like an RTS where
Yeah.
Ingenuity.
I've been
Crime can be
peaceful.
peaceful.
I haven't. Every strategy game I've ever played, I've always just been fucking conquering people. Think about it. There are so few grand strategy games that have good, like, peaceful playthroughs. Like, why? Why would you want a peaceful play?
It's because they don't focus anywhere near enough on diplomacy because of the lack of AI, essentially.
Or empire building as a whole. Like, it really is just conquer territory.
You can do reasonably peaceful in CK2 at least.
CK2,
You know how to game the claim system.
you can. You can a little
I
bit.
mean,
Europa
that is
4
of course
with
assuming you allow yourself to assassinate people.
but it's still a pretty aggressive game.
You
That's
could
the
also
thing,
be
again.
fairly non-aggressive in EU4. Fair.
Yes, play Aztecs, be non-aggressive.
The reality of the matter was that it was far more limited as to whether or not you could go to war than we normally view it because of the consequences. In reality, political consequences were a lot more difficult to predict. In EU4, you know how many dudes you have. You probably know more or less how many dudes the enemy has. And so you can risk a war. Whilst in reality, it was very difficult to figure out how many enemies you might be facing, and so everybody had to tread very carefully.
Yep, because
The economy is also very different.
they also have it so that in those kinds of games you get a check mark whether your ally will join or not. See, back in then, you didn't know if they would join.
Yeah, back then you wouldn't know if Italy was going to be like, nah.
Don't feel like it.
And one key thing that every grand strategy game gets horrifyingly wrong is the fact that countries, generally speaking, did not operate at a gain at all. You should expect to be buried to your fucking hip in debt, and that should be your normal operating procedure. Hell, even modern countries, generally speaking, have far more debt than they have actual,
Money.
money in the bank.
What treasury? Treasury's been a foreign concept to modern nation states, I think, for a very long time. There was a point in like history where, like, the king having, or the state having a massive, like, golden fucking bank thing wasn't too far-fetched.
And the thing is, even then, you can go all the way back to the Dark Ages, and it was still the case that countries were, generally speaking, in massive debt, but it was backed up by a gold standard via loans, so slightly different than now. But it was still the fact that wars are ruinously expensive, and basically speaking, you could never earn a profit whilst doing it.
The bank. Have you seen the Bank of England? Asks L. Woodall. I've not. I don't watch. I know British movies, like, there's a lot of them where they're like, it's about this king or it's about this character in British history. And I normally, unless it's like something I'm actually interested in, don't care.
Bank of England movie? I haven't even heard of it.
Britannia only has a few interesting points I actually care about. Like, it's Empire days. It's days when it was Roman Empire. I mean, that's it. That's it. Nerdling says, hello. Good evening, guys. Hope you are well. Well, we hope you are well too, Nerdling.
You mean nerdling?
Nerdling.
Nerdling.
Nerdling. N-E-R.
Nerdling.
Nerdling.
Nerd.
Bubbles. Enunciate.
Nerd.
Good girl.
It's almost like already enunciated. You're just daft.
Now, on a far more important note, I'm still debating whether or not I'm going to bother making a video on this, because it's a little bit of old news, and it's kind of not quite my wheelhouse, but I kind of want to expand in there and conquer it like the filthy, dirty, drama whoring colonism I am.
What you are is you're basically like a white.
What, national debt?
National.
Not quite. Though I have made a video on that as well in the past. But the firing of Superman.
What do you mean?
Granted, I think it's still a rumor, but apparently Henry Cavill has been kicked off as Superman.
I mean, I didn't watch any
Eh.
of them. Like, I don't care. I don't like superhero movies at all, actually.
Yeah, but this is not even necessarily a question about superheroes. This is more about a industry thing, really. Because Cavill was a bit of a rarity in this day and age. Because he was genuinely beloved by the fans.
I mean,
And yet he's been fired, reputedly, because he had a likability problem.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna get interested in corporation politics and movie cinema. It's just a disaster. Every time I look at that shit, it's a mess.
Yeah, but it doesn't need to be.
It's all
Like-
about who's able to fuck which amount of children the most.
See, likability doesn't mean public likability. It means within the company, usually. Often
Yes.
by a single person.
I
That
mean,
is exactly the point.
let's just talk about Babylon 5 for a second. That show was canceled because some guy got in power that hated the guy who created it because he knew it was his, like, baby project.
Yes,
so
and
he-
that is one of the
he's got-
reasons why we should talk about it when it happens. To try and... I mean, hell, the thing is, we know cancel culture works, so why don't we try wielding it for once? Henry Cavill was a good boy, okay. Let's yell at his replacement.
Wait, don't blame the guy who gets replaced. You gotta blame the person who actually fired him.
And
Burn
who's
down the
that
entire
now?
system.
I know, but if you just blame the replacement, that's not his fault, though.
No, it isn't, but he is going to be the victim of it. Or the system in
the
general,
fuck?
and he will be the face of the system.
No, it's just retarded. It's fine.
Arch, why are you gonna attack some innocent bystander? Arch is like, there are no friendly targets. Oh my god, he's the guy. He's like, oh, what's the meme? There are no friendlies down there, or something, I don't remember. Civilians.
You mean
Cody Davis
Stalin?
donates $5 to say Henry Cavill is sexiness personified. Well, I'm having a hard time here. Into a Greek god of a man. Really, he looks kind
You know,
of
so-
generic.
Terrible taste in games.
Yeah, he likes Total War Warhammer 2. That kind of makes me happy that he's fired.
No, you should be fired for that opinion alone, to be
Yep,
honest.
Yep. He's part of the problem, actually. Look, it's either Medieval 2 or your job is over.
Arch, you're defending Total Warhammer now, basically.
I can't believe you're a Total War
Well, that's
Warhammer.
because he's a noob. He doesn't know any better.
That's not an excuse, Arch. You know it.
Well, yes, it is. It's literally innocence, because he doesn't know any better.
He's too much of a filthy casual. Filthy.
He is a
filthy.
filthy casual.
That's the thing, though.
And he has
at
all
least
the
he is.
resources in the world to know better.
He is a filthy casual. Which is a hell of a lot better than the person who isn't even interested.
Ah, no. Not being interested seems better than being interested in Total Warhammer 2.
Yeah, I kind of prefer
Right?
that.
Not being
Warhammer
interested
2 is
gave us the Star Wars trilogy.
Not sure if some random person not being particularly interested in games gave us a Star Wars trilogy.
Not being interested in the thing they're covering.
Is Henry Cavill covering Warhammer, Total War games? I'm not seeing the relation here.
I mean,
Because
he
you're a bit of an
did
idiot. He is into nerddom. Into general fandom.
Wait, why do you
of each
assume he is? He's just a fucking Hollywood actor. Like, he's not. He's probably just another elitist, if I had to guess. If he likes video games, it doesn't make him like our guy.
Uh-huh. Well, maybe you know better, Kyle. That is entirely possible.
Well,
but
maybe
judging by his
you know
social media
better.
history, based on what he's been saying, etc., he looks to be a nerdy type of guy.
I don't know. If you're a casual, not particularly nerdy, are you?
Filthy casual. You're part of the problem with the industry. You're also a blessing to the industry at the same time because we have more money. But fuck you. Actually, that's another topic in itself. Casuals gamers are both a blessing and a curse. More money in the industry means more video games. More money also means fucking triple A's and more.
Corporate shit.
Yes.
That's the thing too. I think the blame there is misplaced. It's not the casuals' fault. They don't know any better. They literally don't know any better. The company who decides to simply just cut all standards because they don't know any better, they're the ones at fault.
When casuals buy it, you have to have
Actually,
a lot of resources available
I
to
talk
learn.
to casuals fucking regularly. It is their
A lot of,
fucking fault.
that is
A
exactly
lot of them
the problem,
don't give
too.
a shit as well.
I
It's
tell
not
them
that they
this.
don't know. They don't care.
Fucking know because goddamn Maury knows. Maury, if you're listening, you fucking casual. He knows the problems at the industry, but they don't give a shit. They buy games on Epic. They buy a fucking mobile game release for Total War game. They don't care. They literally say they don't care. It is their fucking fault.
Well, it isn't their fault. They don't care. Okay. And?
So they'll buy any piece of garbage that's released.
Which
Yeah.
is why we
and
have more
who
casual
makes
crap.
that piece of garbage?
That's not the company's fault for
The
filling
people
a
who want
niche.
to make money
Company
from
it's
making
not the company's
profitable
fault.
products.
It's
Company-
not the company's fault for making a subpar product.
It's the consumer's fault for buying the subpar product.
Are you listening to your fucking self?
Are you listening to yourself?
The market provides what the market wants. If the market
thing
wants
is-
subpar products, the market will get subpar products.
Except, in many other fields, we literally have laws against providing subpar product. We have quality assurance standards.
It's working. Hold on. Okay, now, got some stuff. Casuals judge game entirely on graphics, says Sudden Cringe. They deserve all the shit they get. Elwoodall
Depends on the
says,
casual.
agree with Bubs, but they don't care, especially because they're casual. Nurgling says, I just play old games. Total Annihilation all the way. Damn, that's a bit rusty. Total Annihilation, that's old. That's actually got a really cool soundtrack, though. God damn it, I was hoping chat would jump on the conversation more.
Why would they?
I got excited, because a couple people took a bite.
Does chat look just like us, though?
No. God damn it, chat. We finally get into some good bickering, and you fucking miss out. You know, I'm gonna start penalizing them. Okay, where were we?
Yeah,
We're
ban them
arguing
from
about
chat stuff.
stuff. Arch,
I
You
agree.
were blaming people for corporations' actions.
yes. So people aren't the problem. No people, no problem.
I mean,
Oh my god.
corporations
I got
consist
to
of
my
people as
Stalin
well.
meme. Yeah,
Ah, yes, the good old-fashioned corporations are people line of reasoning.
I mean, who in the
Actually
corporation
recognized
makes the
by U.S.
decision?
courts.
technically speaking.
I never said corporations are people. I said they consist of people.
Welcome to Stream Boog. We need more bickering topics about gaming stuff, and we need to, like, play devil's advocate more. Kibs, how
The problem is
exactly
you're
can-
very bad at it, Kyle.
You're getting mad though, so shh. I'll forgive you if you kiss me. Like, ah! Kibs, how exactly the consumers hold the cartel accountable?
That's another great question. How does the consumer hold a monopolistic cartel accountable?
But the drop. Well,
I
it
mean,
starts on
you
the-
probably have to have a cartel for that to be applicable.
That's true. Black Hydra, both are at fault for bad games. Corporations are legal people, Psycho. Yeah, they are actually. Only in the
They are.
United States, though.
Because the United States is basically an oligarchy.
I think you're just mad that my corporations are more human than yours. They
Well,
can't-
yes. In fact, because if Google was in any other country, they wouldn't be able to fuck us quite so violently.
Rescue us. Listen, everyone.
Okay. I'll be right back. I got a work call I gotta make.
Sure, Kyle.
I know,
sure.
I know. Normally
Sure,
it's not.
Kyle.
Normally it's not
Sure.
stream stuff, but just a sec. I'm gonna mute myself.
He's lying, you know.
I know.
He is like that.
He gets cornered, then he lies.
All I can do is lie. Never trust a Kyle. Never, ever, ever trust a Kyle. You know, fun fact. RuneScape apparently has cat ears now.
That's not a fun fact, though.
Well, it's a fact. Some people might find it fun. You know, now that I look at these frogs, do you think they would be improved with the addition of cat ears?
Yes.
You want Neko frogs?
Well, it's a dumb question. Like, would something be improved by cat ears? Yes.
You think that everything is improved by cat ears?
Yes.
What about cats?
Clearly. If
Like-
they have just twice the cat ears, they would be as good.
Wouldn't that look silly?
No.
No?
No.
No? You think that would look perfectly reasonable?
Yes, in fact, it would look better.
Where would you put these ears?
On their ass.
Okay. I mean, that's a place to put them, I guess.
Well, yes. Now they have 360 degrees hearing and can become better hunters.
Well, you usually don't hunt things behind you.
Yes, but
Usually
things
if you
that hunt
want-
you are going to be behind you. And if you're
Yes.
dead, you can't hunt.
Don't think cats are hunted all that often by things they would hear behind them.
Really?
I'm not particularly sure about the statistics, but I don't think so.
Uh-huh. Because most things will happily eat a cat. Foxes will eat cats, badgers will eat cats. What's the little furry angry things again? Ah, I forget the English word for it.
Dog?
Now, dogs will maim a cat if given the opportunity, and if they're an
Wolverine?
aggressive breed.
Badger?
I already did mention that, wasn't it? No, like Yadiv.
Wolverine.
Wolverine, yes. Those fuckers are horrible.
Oh, yes.
I have seen those attack like sheep and pigs. They don't give a shit.
I'm not sure if cats actually get taken that much by predators.
Statistically, I don't know. But I do know that the cat we used to own up here, it got in a lot of fights. But it was also a very fat and extraordinarily angry cat.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of other cats around there?
Only one.
Did that one ever get in fights?
It lost the first fight, and ever since it stayed on its side of the fence.
Okay.
Like humans, they walk on 2 feet, use weapons and tools with
It was a very loud and very decisive fight, which is why the other cat was not improved by the addition of not 2 ears, but the lack of 1 ear.
able to resolve the conflict peacefully.
Turns out the
So you
cat
make a case for
also will eat
redundancy here.
cats. No, to be fair, I don't know if he actually ate the ear. All I know is he took it off and brought it home.
Okay. No, I've only ever had one cat. The only thing it brought home was fleas.
Did you let it go outside?
No, it ran away once.
Right. Well, if it doesn't go outside, it's going to have a very hard time bringing anything.
Yes.
Since most things are indeed outside.
It was technically my ex's cat. Since I would never actually own a cat myself.
And then you stole it.
My negotiation
Oh,
team
no.
has been killed.
And how did it become your cat?
Because we live together, so it's kind of my cat.
Don't know if that's how it works. Why are
I
you
feel like
dead?
my loadout isn't great for this. Just strange feeling I have.
I'm back. Work call's over.
Good job, Kyle. Why are you
Thank
dead,
you.
Kyle?
Ugh. Not expect a work call in the middle of the stream. That happens. That's happened a while. Alright, so we have super chats. Cody Davis donated $2 say Corp make bad products only. Nothing else to play. Then Boog donates 20 pesos to say, have you watched the trailer for Dragon Maid Season 2? No.
Kobayashi-san no Maid o Dragon desu.
I assume fucking
That's the
Arch
correct
has.
title, you fuck
The
muncher.
fucking weed.
He probably has. He's kind of a
This
nerd.
is dumb. Yes, in fact, this is too. What? Oh, I'm stuck inside the frog. Okay.
Okay then.
I was wondering why I suddenly didn't fly at any kind of speed.
Also, while Kibs is gone, Peach Clappers, Astrian Co. It's too late, I'm back, Boog. Thank you for the pesos.
That was the problem. I had energy, then I got stuck inside the frog. Now I have no energy.
Can be a problem.
Or hit points, for that matter.
Chad agrees that Arch is indeed a big fucking weeb.
These things really don't want to die.
Rip and die, Arch.
No, they don't.
You're dead, Arch. You know it. You know it's over. The frog has the high ground.
It's over, Botchikin.
Joe reaches for pastry with one arm left.
I hate frogs.
Damn it.
Frog's,
One hit point. Yes.
frog standing on the high ground. I loved you.
They kind of just don't actually die. Ever.
They can be a bit rough.
I don't think he will, Kisselina SRB.
Kyle, fix your fucking screen.
Oh,
Boomer.
whoops. It's not like you could see anything anyways, I was dead.
Boomer.
Psycho Dad says Barch can't do it. Those frogs look exactly like us. I know. If they look too much like us, we're gonna lose. There's some weird corporate stuff. Weird corporate stuff. I tell ya. Big corporations are weird.
Big corporations should not be allowed to exist.
I disagree because they pay me. Then I would be hungry and sad. Well,
No, it just means you'd have to deal with smaller corporations instead.
a lot more smaller corporations to make that money.
I think Bogman sent money too.
Like a lot more. We need 10 times the clients, and then I'll be okay.
Alternatively, the vestigial growth of an anti-piracy agent will simply just cease to fucking exist.
Vestigial growth. Shut up, for. Bogman donates $1 to say, since most societies are capitalist, there is a need for financial return. What I'm hearing is that Arch wants a communist utopia in the entertainment industry, where it is not commercialized. Commercialized. As in Coomer. What do you think of that, Arch? You Coomer? That's right, you did admit to be a Coomer.
Pretty simple, actually. A capitalist society is not a society free of regulations. In fact, a stable capitalist society is one that is pretty much completely and fucking utterly shoved full of regulation. Capitalism is not an
Sounds like
absolute
you want
good.
your mixed economy.
Well, absolute capitalism doesn't work. Nor do we have absolute capitalism.
Only a
Any
sick
idea
is
taken to the
absolute.
extreme will turn out to be a bad idea.
Absolute, a lot of things don't really tend to work out particularly well.
Absolute anything. anything taken to the extreme, even freedom.
Seasonings too. Fuck. It really is. You can make an analogy with food with that. Season fucking steak too much? Ooh, ooh. That'd be a little dry, a little salty.
Okay, hell, I lost count of how many goddamn blasts that took.
A lot.
I can tear down the frogs if I can get close enough. But I have a lot of bullets.
See, that will be an interesting topic when we can bring Dev on for the Friday.
Oh yeah,
As
he'll have
he
different
is-
opinions too.
Dev's opinions are bad opinions.
It doesn't
But
matter as long as we get bickering.
God dictates the economy.
Oh my god, what do you say that? Hold on, I gotta pause that thought. Black 1917 donates $5 said, we have just learned that El Presidente Kibs and Empress Bubbles are among our ranks and have been since the start of the invasion. Half. Okay. That's half of
Car's like, okay.
something. Well, okay, because I looked for the other half and I didn't see it. I assume he's still typing it.
It probably is.
Oh, we need to play our. We need to. Oh, and we should do. When Anno 1800's done, we should do multiplayer of that. That'll be fun.
That's the thing too. Like, Anno 1800 could have been a very simple, easy, bitch-ass cash grab because they would have sold on name recognition alone. Instead, they made a genuinely pretty damn good game. Who managed to find that ever so elusive balance between guiding the player and making it simplistic and streamlined enough to be easily interpreted, while still having complexity and depth and length of construction lines, or production lines. Did a very
I do
good
need
job
to
of
play
that.
that game at some point.
You do. We should definitely play that also on stream. But I'm kind of waiting for its life cycle to be over because Anno games, like I always wait till they're done. 'Cause there's so much
I don't
stuff.
think it's gonna be done for another like 3, 4, 5 years.
Maybe then, maybe.
Because they are putting a lot of time and effort into DLCing for that game. And the DLC too is actually pretty good. A bit too much of it is just cosmetic shit for me, because I'm the kind of guy who just wants to build a functional city. I don't give a fuck about the aesthetics. But some people really love that.
I like the
I like
idea of
cosmetics.
aesthetics, but I never managed to actually do anything aesthetic in Anno.
That's fair.
Like, I like the idea, but I'm like, I can either spend resources to expand, or I can build a nice looking dock.
All right, Bubbles, cover me.
Expansion sounds more practical.
I'm gonna show
Cover
the
you
fan
from
art
what?
on stream.
Sure, I'll cover you or something.
Because Boog donates 20 pesos to say, just to
look,
make
great.
the fan art canon, CC Senior Kibs. Arch was there when we called Boag because he's Mexican. Called him Latinx because at the request of Fairman.
It's Latinx.
And Latinx, whatever. And fucking, you just hear him scream in the squad chat. Because he knew it was Fairman that told him.
Well, of course he knew. There was only one person who could do something like that.
All right, here's the
Only
fan art.
one person in our friend group racist enough to call him a Latinx.
Leave it to Fairman, the Joyman. But yes, this is the fan art. It's pretty good, done by Giggles. Giggles, who I would actually commission, but he's one of those artists who's like, I only draw if it makes.
He doesn't
me laugh.
wanna.
That, I can't say he's cheap. I guess he's principled.
Don't worry, he has his price.
There we go.
Okay.
Everyone has their price.
Like 1917.
Fortunately for him, though, Kibs is poor.
Hey, I'm making money right now, technically. Donate $10 say, we are currently assessing political ramifications of Kibistanian people, learning this now, that they have the means and training to kill them. EDF internal memo. Don't forget what I just taught you.
We'll teach them how to die in our service.
Boog became a
Ouch.
sulfur miner.
Gasp.
Nice. Get to the sulfur mines.
Or look for you.
That meme is still good.
Latinx.
I don't... Okay, how many people actually know what the sulfur mine thing is? Like, not many people know the joke. Because, like, a lot of new people are like, what's sulfur?
I don't think a lot of people have asked what sulfur is.
No, the joke is why we say, like,
That's not what you said, though.
shut up, Bubbles. No one asked you. No one-
Someone have asked
no.
me.
Bubbles, I
history
think
of
you're
the
wrong on
universe.
this one. Kyle specifically did say, know what the joke is.
Yeah. Bubbles. Get
But I wasn't talking about that specific part.
You were, though.
I wasn't, though.
snapping at my microphone like a CSE black lady. No, you didn't. That's how you do, right? Oh, you know what they don't do when you kick over the fire hydrant? No water squirts out. That's a detail that's missing.
The Japanese probably don't have water hydrants, so they're confused as to what they're supposed to be doing.
That'd be weird if they didn't. How the hell would they put out fires?
Pissing on them, showing them tentacle hentai until they get moist, I don't know.
Nice. Fire's always into
Letting
slimy
it
wet
burn.
tentacles. Just so I could use.
Making it jump off a building.
Just so I could use the dab emoji. Is there enough? Do we have enough members now that I can add more emojis? The dumbest fucking thing
Why
about
don't you
YouTube.
check?
I will. The dumbest thing about fucking YouTube. You have to have a certain amount of followers or subscribers, same for Twitch, to add emojis to the thing. That's so stupid.
Because they don't feel like wasting resources on, well, tiny things like you.
Yeah, but it's like I made all these custom ones. At least the Discord gets them. Thank you for the donation.
Oh my god, is it ever going to die? Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, Bubbles. We could say our stream is sponsored by all our patrons and subscribe star members. If we say we have sponsors, then we sound cool and official.
You can if you want.
Be like, we are sponsors.
It's not really going to change anything.
Shut up. It's more of a PR stunt.
Now you're just going to sound like a corporate whore instead.
No. Our backers will... Our stockholders will hear about this. The board will hear about this. Oh my god, yeah, that's corporate.
You're corporate.
Oh, he went flying. It was Bubbles, actually. I want to be barbecued meat now. Okay, soldier. I would like to be barbecue. It's such a weird request.
I mean, it could feel nice.
Need to have nitro to use GIF emote, sadly. Says hands. I know, right? We even had custom animations made. If I could find a cheap animator, I would probably get the server filled up with those. Problem is finding animators, and then finding a cheap one, and then finding one that's not too expensive, and also makes things that look legible. That is not easy.
And then you still have to give Discord money to use them.
Yeah, but people give Discord money anyways. So just let the people use it. Who do. There's like 2 more enemies left, and Bubbles is too busy trying to fucking kill me for the last 30 minutes. To fucking go deep.
I've been trying particularly hard, to be honest.
3, actually. 3 enemies.
Yes, there are 3.
Come on, be cooperative. Get into the same little house here so I can stunlock all of you simultaneously. Damn
Don't
it.
worry, Woodall. If you don't want to give YouTube any money, you can. I can give you alternatives. He's like, wait, I actually don't want to give money. Period. That's a fair thing.
Fucking hell, a full plasma load and it's still standing. Most of that in its head, too.
They're fucking tough. Honestly, I find their heads not.
They are tough. I'm not sure if the heads are actually a weak spot.
We need to make
I
Arch
think
play
so.
Halo 3. Ruby's Rebalance mod.
Because
There's
with
a
a fully
chance,
charged lance, I get them in about 4 headshots, and I need like 10 plus to anywhere else.
Yeah, at least they don't
Thank you,
regrow their
Martin.
heads.
Well, not that we know, but do we know that the things we kill aren't simply just recovered later and dropped on us, we could be fighting the same 20 frogs.
I think there's a reasonable assumption to be made that we do in fact kill them. Since they
I
do
don't know
drop
about
loot.
that.
That's true. I wouldn't just...
Why would their death mean they drop loot, though?
Don't worry about it. See, the enemy don't realize that their soldiers hate their commands so much. They drop us new weapons and armor. Very generous.
So, currently, fodder for Friday, probably. Dev and Sargon are having an argument about the value of science right now. Sargon is taking the anti-science position.
Oh boy.
Doesn't surprise me.
And Dev is taking the 72 genders are science position.
Also doesn't surprise me.
Oh my god, they're both idiots. Oh no. It's kind of funny though.
Dev is a hardcore chaser.
Dev is a chaser. I like how I called him a chaser and he got sad. I was like, why are you sad, Dev? Look, I think Dev also is he's one of those people, by the way, when you tease him, he thinks you don't like him. I wouldn't be surprised.
I have disconnected from the session. Bubbles.
Why, Bart?
Failure.
God damn it, now I gotta back out, Bubbles. Retreat, Bubs.
Well, now we have to wait for this to do its thing.
Oh my gosh. Yes, we're gonna make Arch play Halo cooperatively.
I've been disconnected from the session too, don't worry guys.
I think I'm next. I'm just gonna Alt F4 and spare myself the wait.
Create a room. Invite to lobby. And then wait for... There you go.
Let's see. Sargon asks, how do you make video games under communism? Dev responds, if you can't make video games under communism, it's not important.
Okay. I mean... Arguably, you could go into a discussion about what's important.
Collectivism. That's important.
Discord, he says,
'Cause,
I took the this is stupid position.
That's a reasonable
Oh,
position
to
to
be
take, I
fair,
think.
Disco, you were being dumb too. You got weasel
Damn.
out of it. I saw you.
Disco's like, oh shit.
Because Disco was the one who brought forth the argument that the reason why we can disprove the 72 genders thing is purely scientific. When the reason why we have the 72 genders thing is because they're like, I've got studies saying we've got these genders. The thing is, science is neither good nor bad, but when it is used for agenda pushing, it's probably bad.
The science is just a method,
Oh,
which a lot of people forget. The science never says anything.
In fact, the only thing the science ever says is that it doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
What? Mr. Personality says, Kibs, when do I and Only Death get to have a spot roast?
Spit roast, Kyle.
He meant spit roast. You're gay.
Kyle, do you
Mr.
not know what a spit roast is? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Remember Mr. Personality was the guy on the sidewalk? That's right.
And they're going to spit roast with you in the middle, presumably.
Zoom. Don't worry, you're getting the rest of your fishing stream this year as soon as the Replicant comes out. I haven't forgotten. Like, oh, we don't want to see fish anymore. We don't.
More fish.
Fishing mini game. Oh,
More fish. All fish.
we should bring Arch along and he can voice act the character. Discordia.
But they're all voice acted now.
Discordia hates the fucking. What's it called?
Looks like the aliens are commanding the monsters.
What's it
What
called?
is it
Ah,
called,
yes,
Kyle?
that.
The monsters can understand.
Come on,
talking about?
Kyle, this is supposed to be your native language
Arch
here.
could speak Emil for Emil. Like Arch is
Try to
basically Emil.
demonstrate.
Okay,
at
so you're
least
just going to have to
basic
mute the game then.
control over it.
He talks in text occasionally.
Kyle, I'm pretty sure they voice acted all the lines now.
Oh, they did? Oh, well, then we're
That's
not
kind
doing
of part of
any
the
voice
whole
acting.
remake thing, you dummy.
That was just a remaster.
No.
Oh, well, that's.
You don't make new soundtracks and a whole lot of new stuff when you remaster
You better be able to
something,
use
Kyle.
the original soundtrack. I was not very impressed with the remastered soundtrack. Oh
Some
god,
of them are a bit special.
they're not good, but it's not as bad as Halo 2's remastered soundtrack. That is cringe.
God.
We need Arch to play that so he can hear the fucking guitar solo riff thing that goes on for 30 minutes, and it's
That one's
fucking
retarded.
awful.
The thing is, remasters and stuff can be good, but
They can be. There's a lot of really good things
whenever
about
you do something like that, you always introduce the possibility of someone. And again, this is the reason why you need people who care, who get into it and use it as an opportunity to simply just self-aggrandize. You know, this is how I want to do things, and my way is superior.
Basically, they come and rewrite the original game. That's always terrible. Fortunately, Halo 1 and Halo 2 remasters on these MCC you can switch to playing the original music and graphics. You don't have to play with those. Optional.
God, some of the remaster stuff is awful.
Halo 2 remastered visuals are fantastic, though.
That's because Halo 2 looks like ass.
And the CGI is pretty good, like quality-wise for CG.
Really can't bring myself to care much about CGI cutscenes personally.
Bubbles, everything's an art form. If CGI is executed well, it can
Yeah,
look
well,
really
I'm
good.
glad to know that my taking a shit is an art form.
Wow, Bubbles. How narrow-minded.
You said everything is an art form, Kyle.
Bubbles is narrow-minded, chat. Ratio him while you can.
And whether or not it's art doesn't really change the fact that I can't bring myself to care much about CGI
Esterton
cutscenes.
says the CNC remaster soundtrack is godlike. I mean, most of them are pretty decent. There were some that were kind of iffy, but they did a pretty
Did
good
it
job.
change the soundtrack?
They added the original songs, and then they remastered some, and then they made some remixes of them as well as bonuses. Like, the CNC remaster has one of the best things about it is the massive ass jukebox the game comes with inside of it. It's like well over a couple hours worth of music right there. It's a lot of music. Some things
It's
need
nice to be able to
remasters.
choose what you
CNC
want.
Classic and Red Alert needed a remaster because God, playing them the original way is on Windows 10 is almost impossible. Warcraft 3 did not need a remaster.
No, it didn't. Besides, they never remastered Warcraft 3 and they destroyed it.
They just fucking broke it.
And they flat out downgraded it.
Oh God, I'm still annoyed that it's so bad though. And the worst part is apparently at BlizzCon, I only found out because I don't watch that shit, but they didn't even mention the game. Means there's probably zero intention to fix their fuck up.
Probably.
Why would they fix it?
I mean, it's so bad to the point where I think they should be liable for fucking lawsuit. They've literally broken people's copies of the game, like original copy. You install the original copy of the game with the CD, it will break it automatically without a fucking update, retroactively.
Well,
And
no.
what code would you use to try and sue them under?
I don't know, but we need something. We need the bub code. I'm cranky and I'm gonna be obtuse code. Like, good night, Getty.
The thing is, if you install it from a CD, I'm not sure if any CD has a patch that is so late it includes the auto updater.
Mine do, or one of mine does. Pretty sure.
Because the
Wow.
auto updater came in, God, it's one of the 20 versions. I'm sure if they printed anything with that in it. But
I
if
do-
you dare try to play online, or if you, God forbid, want to download the version online, then yeah, you're gonna get the new version, which is just fucking God. Ugh.
Literally broken. Like out of morbid curiosity, I reinstalled it like half a year ago, and tried playing Reforged. and it's still in an abysmal state.
Are some of the missions still broken?
That and they, I think when I tried it, they had promised ladders on like only like a month or so after launch. They said they had promised ladders like, oh, we'll have ladders in a month or two. Still.
Nice.
I mean, not
It's a
that I
long month.
care. I just find it funny.
A very long month, in fact.
Cursed Farm. I like a Cursed Farm's take on fucking games as a service model. Like, okay, you can do that, but when the game service is unplugged, like you need to be able to allow the tools to run the server to the players.
But why?
Because
Yeah,
it's to
that
preserve the
defeats
game.
the entire point of games as a service model, though.
No, I mean after they pull the plug. So when they're pulling the plug on World of Warcraft in 30,000 years from now, then they need to give people the tools to be able to run the server. I think that's
sounds
a
like effort
fucking
on their part.
fair thing to
Yes.
require. Well, apparently, according to people who actually work in the industry, that's not actually that much to do. It requires a bit of work, but honestly, not much manpower.
A bit of work is still a bit of money spent.
Corporations
Corporations
are
don't like
pretty
spending
geeky.
money on pleasing customers.
Wow.
Because remember, corporations are people and people are assholes.
The Doughboy says you still have to download a ladder mod for Warcraft 3. That's right, they modded it in. Modders got tired of waiting, like, we'll fix it ourselves. It's already happening. WoW has tons of private servers running for years. Oh, I know, I've been to a few. Have I? Oh, look
I
at
think you
that.
just admitted to.
Bubbles. There's one private server where you bonk something and you level 30 times.
No, there are many like that, Cal.
That's dumb. It was like,
That's like, there's one. That's a billion.
that was terrible. It's terrible. It was terrible. You bonk something, I leveled 30 times and I uninstalled it. I was like, that's not how WoW works.
I remember one private server was a really, really, really horrible, like, jumping thing that just went so fucking far and was really hard.
Like, some of them private servers had their own private quests and shit, and private, like, story modules.
Hmm.
It's kind of interesting. I would like to explore one of those one day, properly.
Well, nothing's stopping you.
Yeah, but you can't stream those, can you? It's like emulating. Except people stream it
I
all
mean,
the time.
You can stream it. Shift recommended to do it, but you can.
Like, everybody emulates. Literally everybody.
I don't think Twitch allows emulation, actually.
Granted, I don't really use emulators. But everybody I know emulates.
I've emulated.
The only things I've emulated for PS2 were things I already owned. That was, what was it? Mercenaries, yeah.
Remember, you can't get an illegal copy of the BIOS.
I don't know what you're
You
talking
have
about.
to use your own copy, of course.
Yep.
Cough,
I mean,
cough.
technically speaking, I am using my own copy because, you know, I have a PS2, technically. I have several,
Cough,
in
cough.
fact. So clearly I got the BIOS from there, Bubs. You didn't think about that, did you, Bibs? They can't
I
prove
didn't
it.
think about it, no, but I also have certain doubts.
Like, so you modded this yourself? Yes. You know no programming language? Yes. Yeah.
No,
I
this
am
thing had a
a
lot less
savant.
ammo than I expected. Yeah, well. I have Docker Stick.
Bonk. You know what's terrible?
You?
The worst thing ever is behind me on my shelf. I have 4 copies, or 4 or 5 boxes. The first decade of Command and Conquer. Then I have each game and their original copies. Then on Origin I have the Command and Conquer collection. I have bought those games like 30 times. Oh, not 30, but Jesus Christ.
You're pretty dumb. This is true.
Look, okay, the first thing about the first decade is 2 were gifts. 1 was my father's that he just gave to me because he had them on Origin instead. And then, one's mine. I don't know what the 5th one's about. I think the 5th one is because I lost mine. And then I bought another one because it was 20 bucks. Like the first decades. Like last time I went to a store, back when they had them, I don't think they anymore. Like those were like 20 bucks. And that's got every Command and Conquer game up to General 0 Hour.
Hi, Carl. I've got Daka.
That's a lot of games. That's a lot of good games. Oh, chat, how is that Battle for Middle-earth remake going?
Probably terrible.
Did anybody fucking DMCA them yet? Because I can see that happening.
Who even owns the game's license at this point?
Warner Brothers did, but they don't anymore, I don't think. I forget. I don't think Warner Brother Games owns the rights to make Lord of the Rings video games anymore.
Who's making that crappy Golem one?
Who is making the crappy Gollum game? Chat. Ace, you know this stuff. Who's making the crappy Gollum looking game?
The crappy Golem looking game.
Yeah, there's a new Lord of the Rings game announced.
I mean,
called
it would be strange if it wasn't Golem looking, considering it's about Golem.
Yeah.
Carl just has a way with words, you know.
Shut up. Some indie dev. Are you sure it's an independent developer? They have a AAA publisher. You know what's funny? We often use the word indie dev for a lot of games that aren't even indie anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of AAA games have started to adopt the name indie dev. Like, little game studios that have publishers.
Okay, Carl, tell me which AAA studio is using indie.
No. The developers, though. Not the publishers. Publishers normally don't give a shit.
Yes, and which studio, Carl?
Need to go look. It would not take long, though. Because I've seen quite a few. Boog donates 20 pesos to say Subverse trailer drop. Thoughts on it? I don't have any. I looked at Arch's video on it, actually, when he did that interview and the gameplay. And I looked at that and was like, eh. Like, I think it is just a hentai game.
Wow, you think a porn game is a porn game?
Yeah, I mean, as in the gameplay is going to be pretty shallow. We're still going to put it up on... Well, we were going to put it up on Pornhub. But now... Pornhub went retarded, so we're going to do it like on X Hamsters or whatever... Whatever one we can find, I guess. Ace1918 says Valve is technically an indie dev studio. Technically, they're independent.
Valve
they don't
isn't
need
even
it.
Is Valve AAA though? I was gonna say Valve doesn't make any games, but they did technically make Alex, I guess.
Yeah, that was the most recent game they made. That was actually really fun. Like, really fun.
I'm not sure if they're AAA though. And I'm not sure if Valve has ever declared themselves to be indie either.
Yeah,
Do they have to declare themselves to be it?
Carl said they're using, like, AAA studios where you can just using it for marketing, so yeah. They would kind of have to declare themselves indie to
Be like, I'm indie.
using indie as a marketing gimmick.
Also, before anybody checks, no, I'm not referring to the Steam tags, because people can assign those to the game, I think. So, if a game has an indie tag, but isn't indie, it's not really the developer. It could be actually the people that suggest tags or whatever. That happens. What else says is Daedalic Entertainment?
Those. Are they self-publishing?
Jonathan Macy says something. To be fair to Kyle, how many games have we I assume, been told it something, and it turned out to be completely different? That happens quite a bit, regrettably. Generally, marketing, it's all about getting you to buy the game. Telling the truth is, well, as long as you buy it, the money's in. Odds are, most people don't refund games, at least if they're just mediocre. Because
Refunding games for chads.
most people I talk to, they get too lazy. Like, meh. When I put something bad in Bubbles' inventory and want to leave it there, I'm like, meh. Bubbles loves bad stuff.
Such as?
I remember, we did that not that long ago. For something you wanted me to refund. Oh god, that was that Monster Hunter game. Oh, that's bad.
Pretty sure you did refund that.
I did, though. That game bad, though. That wasn't very fun.
It's fine if you like Monster Hunter, I guess, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't like games where it takes forever to be sluggish. Arch, did you mute yourself?
No, you're just not saying anything interesting.
Oh, I think he's salty, chat. I think he got salty.
It's just a boomer.
He's probably too focused. His medication hasn't kicked in.
Maybe we should talk about why guns are a god-given right.
I don't think Arch is gonna like argue with that.
Arch, do you agree with that assessment?
If you go by Dev's definition of God-given rights,
God damn,
then
he's
yes.
going on about Dev again. God. Look, we gotta save the Dev bullying for when he's actually fucking here.
But he's never gonna be here, and that's the thing.
Other teams here besides us? Never expected you could make it this far. Impressive.
This is Earth Defense Force, a stupid game, says Jimmy Stiffingers, and then proceeds to say Kibs wants to play Fire Warrior. I think it's time Arch streams Fire Warrior. You know, Arch, you have it.
Arch is the Warhammer guy after all.
Yeah, he is the Warhammer guy. It's on GOG.
Ooh, you can make a lore video on it too.
There's a book on Fire Warrior. I made a video about the book, doing a lore video. You should do one too. Basically, in the synopsis of my fucking lore video, which is like I think 30 minutes because I hated reading it. Oh god, the book was bad. I don't remember if I actually finished it or if I just sort of skipped the last few chapters and skipped it. I can't remember.
I'm not a lore video channel, though.
Yes, you are. You do lore
No, I'm
videos.
not. Just do commentary, Kyle.
No,
It
he's
earns
turning
me way
into...
more money and
Don't
way more
become
views.
Jeremy. He's turning into quartering. His beard's gonna get really weird looking.
He is a botch of me.
And then he's gonna go get punched in the face. And then he's gonna fucking be like, owie. Weird. I found it weird
Oh,
that
that
the guy
was kinda tragic to look
punched
at.
him in the face, just punched the window as well. Like, was he retarded? Like, what is he? Maybe
Can't
we
see
should feel
nothing.
bad for him.
Are they dead yet?
No.
Yes, they are. You lied
Behind
to me,
us.
Kyle. Yes, of course they are. They spawned there. Permission to retreat.
Retreat to where, fuck nugget?
That's exactly. Oh, remember to skip the cave level, Bubbles. Like the bad one.
I'll try.
Like I don't want to play that one. That one consists of me waddling slowly.
That would consist of everyone, it's not a wing diver. Waddling slowly.
Arch has already beaten it, and I don't think we need to endure that again.
No, we don't. It's terrible. It's boring.
It's a bad
It's
look.
absolutely tedious.
Turnum donates 50 Nox to say, so Arch, when will you properly organize your videos into your playlists? Also, Striking
Never.
Scorpions Lord video win. See, it would take him like 5 minutes if he would just do it.
It would take him longer than that.
Okay, it's gotten so
Much
bad
longer.
that it will now take longer than that.
It would probably take hours.
That's fair. Just give Fairman like $30 and he'll do it.
Oh?
you want to encourage that though?
Encourage Arch to be
The
lazy.
Arch. Why don't you get some Polak to do it? You can do it much cheaper.
Like $5 then.
Just let him live like. Just let him put like a tent outside your house and charge him really hefty rent while he does it.
Oh, so he's like an indentured servant.
Basically, yes. That's what the construction industry does.
It's actually terrible.
No, it's not.
What on earth is up ahead?
Tick 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 tick.
The
Guns
soldiers
go
running around.
fruit.
I hate to say this, but we should retreat.
Why are we retreating again?
We're retreating. EDF. Imagine being a barge, living your life as a barge, sitting in your little barge abode.
Arch should do EDF lore.
That'd be weird. It'd also be very short videos with a lot of speculation more than anything.
You underestimate me.
Oh my god, he is Anakin. You underestimate my power.
You underestimate baptisms.
I mean, to be fair, when Arch did his Starship Troopers lore, he managed to use what little bit of the script there was when references stuff to try to expand on it. But even then, you had to just sort of like throw a bone in the dark a little, didn't you?
No?
Yeah, you did, Blondie.
No?
Some of that
Like,
stuff.
just because you don't know anything, Kyle, doesn't mean that other people need to be as ignorant as you.
I think you're just mad that. I do like your Jake thumbnail though. Great, big titty. Poor Jake.
Everything is a big titty when Jake is involved.
Jake is just the big titty boy. If it ain't dummy thick, then it ain't fucking.
Jake has a very, very big inflation fetish.
When I get around to it, I'm gonna commission him to do all our female characters. That's just like a Jake experiment, and just compare them. Like what?
Just give him creative freedom. There you go.
Like, Jake, can you just make me an Aya? And then he makes an Aya. I'm like, dang. She's naked now, and she's got tits the size of the moon.
It's more like two breasts with an eye attached.
Yeah, pretty much. Two balloons. I never really understood the big balloon titty fetish. Like, big titties are great, but like, big titty. Like, I'm talking big bahungalungadungus, you know?
The attack on the mysterious monster Urginus has
I like shapely titties.
Urginus is on the run.
I like them big, but not so big that they get droopy sad when they get old. You know what I mean? The droopy sads.
Well, then you don't really like them big.
Not that big. Because when they get super big, they get all droopy and sad looking. They're like, oh no. Gravity.
Why
They
would you
usually get
presume that
pretty
you have to
droopy.
deal with them when they're sad and old?
Usually I'm not going to get to.
Now, we should have good weapons for this now. Oh, no, wait. We're not advanced. Ace1918 donates $5 say, hey, Kibs, looking forward to MechWarrior 5 getting ported to Steam. I am waiting on Bachal-themed DLC in the future when it comes out. Honestly, I'm not particularly looking forward to it because I actually hate the developer now. It has to do with the... Oh my god, that hurt. It has to...
Hasn't MechWarrior 5 been on Steam for a while now already?
No, it didn't get ported over yet.
Has it been a year though?
It's gonna be ported sometime this year. If I remember correctly. It's been a while since I even looked into that information out of curiosity.
I remember Kyle tried to get me to pre-order that fucking thing.
It wasn't more or less pre-order, it was trying to get you to come play it when it came out.
Disgusting.
It would have been so cool. And then the developer's
Cool, it
like,
says.
hey, you know, you supporters, thank you for your money, But we tried to slip a fast one on you, and now we're worried we're gonna get sued because we signed a deal with Epic saying that your Steam keys we promised you have been revoked. We're not gonna give you those anymore because they had tried to
thing we
wait.
promised in marketing.
Fucking assholes.
That thing that's we just removed from our website without saying anything.
Yeah, that was by accident on their hand because they fucked up. They wanted to keep it a secret a lot longer. Yeah, no, they can kind of go to hell.
The thing is, the best part is they still took pre-orders. They still offered that kind of stuff as part of the pre-ordering stuff.
When they made the deal months ago,
Yes.
like half a year ago, they lied to us for fucking like half a goddamn year about it being on Steam and having mod support on launch and all these things. No, I don't want to give them money. Like, I like the franchise. I'd love to play the game. But not until Russ Bullock is no longer either A, alive, or B, working there. Both coincide with him not working there.
That Q&A was kind of great.
Where he's just basically like fucking sweating balls as everyone's fucking mad.
And even during the Q&A, he's still just fucking full of shit.
Like he just
He
lied.
is still lying.
Look at Barch over there. Doesn't even know what's happening. Doesn't even know where he is.
To be fair, Mech is a terrible game.
Hate you. Shut up.
Mechs are dumb.
Yeah, and that's why I like him.
Because you see yourself in them.
You're just mad. You're mad
That's
because
why
you
he
don't
likes
have
the
a-
Mad Cat. That's why he fucking likes the Mad Cat.
No, it isn't. I've liked the Mad Cat since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Since Mech Warrior 2. Also, I'm on the other side of the map. Holy shit. That was
Yeah, no, it punts you.
That was far.
Yeah, it all makes sense now.
Look, the Mad Cat is my favorite heavy.
Kyle, we all know that Aerith is a self-insert.
It isn't. And firstly, my real big favorite mech, you didn't even say it, is the King Crab. It's always been the King
And?
Crab. Actually, the King Crab was actually a relatively recent-ish favorite. Because for the longest time, it was actually just the Mad Neck.
So after I started accusing you of using Aerith as a self-insert.
No, it was long before then.
I thought it was fairly recent, Kyle.
Yeah, fairly recent in my entire being of existence.
So I've claimed that Aerith is a self-insert for a fairly long while now,
No.
Kyle.
Ace, that's wrong, and thank you for the donation. The reason why we don't call it the Mad Dog is because I don't want to give fucking Clan or Filth any more fucking bullshit, okay? Little
But
fur
Earth
fakes.
is a self-insert.
It isn't. Now you know
It
that.
is.
I know that. We all know that.
Yes,
You're
we all
just-
know that it is.
You're just mad because your mascot is a blonde bimbo. It is. It is.
But Arch is a blonde bimbo.
Oh, that's true. That's why it's so apparent. Black 1917 donates $5. Say more rambling gameplay videos. When, Arch? You still haven't finished the story about German East Africa. Arch, you done fucked up.
I am a corporation now. They don't pay enough.
Am I gonna start seeing like people referring to Arch like this is gonna start happening? I swear to God, Arch, and you're gonna ask for it. And I'm just gonna take screen caps when it happens. People are gonna start saying like, "Oh yeah, I remember Arch Warhammer. Yeah, I remember him. Remember when he used to make good content before he just started, being a shill?
Before it became a corporation.
Yeah, before he turned into an actual corporation, like a physical manifestation one." They're gonna do it, Arch. They're gonna be like, "I remember." Oh, I
Don't
remember.
worry, Arch. When you actually truly become a corporation, you can move to the US to get to still be recognized as a person.
Yeah, that way you'll retain your rights.
I already am a corporation, though. I am multiple corporations, in fact.
My god.
Pretty sure you own them, not yarn them.
Not in Norway, yeah. Now you gotta move to America. Even in America, you own people? Oh my god, slavery is still a thing.
That's true.
If corporations are people, then they need to be free. And before fucking Amazon asks for reparation funds.
See, Arch, here you have a fantastic topic for a video. How shareholding is actually slavery.
Yeah.
Because you own a part of a person.
Is slavery?
Yeah, you own a part of a person. It's fucked up, dude. Like, imagine if I owned your pinky toe. You're like, no,
Yeah,
Arch,
but
you
you
can't
can't
do that.
command it to do anything. Here's the shareholder.
Yeah, but enough
still own it.
shareholders could influence the board.
Still can't order it to do anything.
Still a slave.
You can order it to do something, whether or not it has to follow you is a different matter altogether.
And yet a slave kind of does have to.
Well, a slave can choose not to.
Is Amazon good about
It'll just have to suffer the repercussions.
I love how the blood just gets all over the skyscraper.
Well, for as long as it lasts, at least.
Like, that is a lot of blood. Like, it should have bled out by now.
It's also really thick.
And that's why I tell you, it's like fucking jelly or something. It's like jam. Like, you're supposed to put it on bread. In this case, we're putting it on fucking skyscrapers.
So, we're going to have to start calling him Barge Inc. now.
Yep, Barch Inc. Where's Barch gonna be an LLC? Which corporation are you gonna be?
He's an Inc.
Incorporated.
LLCers are horrible.
Why are they horrible?
They mean you're trying to scam someone in all due likelihood.
An LLC just means that the person who owns it isn't gonna be sued into oblivion. If
Yes.
for
And
some
that's
reason,
usually used as a cover for doing something shitty.
nothing wrong
Not
with being an
all,
LLC.
not all LLCs are shitty, but all shitty corporations are LLCs.
Limited Liability Corp is nothing wrong with being. Oh no!
That is indeed what a Nazi would say.
Kaiju jelly, part of a balanced breakfast, says Giggles.
Probably is. A full Japanese breakfast.
I can see the commercial now. It's like, kaiju jelly, good in the tummy.
In the badger milk.
Badger milk. Bubbles, stop.
That's good badger milk.
That's good. It's funny in retrospect. That's so weird. Like, it wasn't
See?
funny when you watch it, but it's funny in hindsight.
It is.
maybe
Because you can
Rob-
laugh at it afterwards.
Rob Schneider's movies, you watch them and you're like, these are terrible. And then afterwards you're like, he's a genius. He's a genius.
It's like, it's so shit, it's kind of funny to laugh at.
That's good badger milk. Oh my fucking... Is this a Monster Hunter? No. Use the tanks as your
Wow.
cover.
We're hunting a monster.
Yeah, but we have a lot more dudes in this game than we do in Monster Hunter. Like, I see like
I feel
30...
more mobile than in Monster Hunter.
There's also a lot more infantry and tank. Well, there's tanks being notable.
Don't worry, one day this mission will be over. One day. Maybe. You know, I think we need to start a whole new thing. We can sell kaiju milk. And then we can be like, Rob Schneider is a kaiju!
Oh, Ace1918 donates $2 to say, before Arch became Chapter Master Valreg. Now you're an Arch's shit less. It's like, oh shit.
I haven't stolen anybody's art yet that I've disavowed.
I do like how he disavowed you and then took your fucking artwork. And then got scared and then contacted you and was like, please don't hurt me. Please.
See, we're done. Isn't that nice?
That's nice.
Arch has fallen over. I see why now. I see fucking murderous bubbles. EDF Pros, thank you for donation. Mr. Personality donates $2 to say, if I promise not to violently struggle you, can I send my collection of dot hack so you can make them into emulators? What? What's dot hack?
Just say yes, Cal.
Sure.
You won't regret it.
George says, Valrek did try to explain. At least give him that. You give a snake a morsel? No.
I didn't pay enough attention.
Oh, you want me to read that again?
No?
I don't think it's that he's referring to, Cal.
Oh.
Dumb Kyle.
I think Barge is just mad for being effeminate. If he wasn't such a fucking femboy, we would have these problems. Dang ya, femboy.
Dumb.
See, Dexter Automatic Shotgun sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. For me.
That's good, though. You know what we need to do? We need to disavow Arch and re-upload all his videos to our channel.
You know, you could just DMCA strike us for that, right? It's also pretty easy. So YouTube finally, by the way, updated their DMCA system. I found out today when I was killing some fucker's channel, right? And so, because I click on, you know, the report function to submit a fucking DMCA on behalf of a corporation. I'm like, what? This shit's weird now. And now there's like, you can link your video directly to it to report if somebody's using like a certain section. Like, there's a lot of nifty tools in there now. But I think it's a little bit autistic. Like, technically now, you could use it on Sargon. And, you know, or any of those breadtuber channels, or what are they called? I don't even know. The guys that do the drama stuff. You could do that.
Yeah, Sargon is the breadtuber.
Yeah. You could do that, and you could, basically, like, if you used a clip of your video, you could report that clip. Be like, you can't use that clip. That'll be interesting to see what happens to the channels.
Well, we already know. Because
I mean,
Akila
Nintendo already
Hughes
did it.
sued him for that, and he won. So no, Kyle, you can't just do that.
You can do it, just you can't really get away with it.
Sue them, but I think you can actually file a complaint about it. I'm not sure what it does. Go and do
The
it.
thing is, then he can sue you.
Yes.
Why can he sue me?
You can do it. It's just
I don't have any
possible in the
content.
system. Might not be a good idea, but it is possible in the system.
It's in the system. So, that, like I said, I'm not saying that I particularly care or have a side in this, because whatever YouTube does is always retarded. Because there are problems with the new system. One of the biggest fucking problems is adding something to it now. Well, I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe it'll grow on me. I might like it better than before. Like, at first, I was like, it's gonna take me fucking hours to do this now. To going like, actually, I got it done in under 20 minutes. That's pretty good. Like, it doesn't take as long. But there is a function for doing that, and I'm curious to how that works. I didn't look at it more, or maybe I'll look at it more later. But yeah, so how it works is like, you put in the video that is linked to the thing that is doing something wrong, whatever. And then you put in your video and exactly timestamp what clip was used or something like that. Like, I thought that was weird. Because that means technically if you talk about someone's trailer for their video game, they could file something like that. But I don't know if that would give you a strike, because it depends on what you did. Also, I have a new feature now. It's called the mercy button. I can actually be merciful to people instead of just killing their channels. Because now, there's report for 7 days, or give them a 7-day window to respond before they get a strike, or just immediately have them remove the video, which means they get a strike. I thought that was interesting.
Well, I mean, at least they've finally done something.
So I can click that and be like, you have 7 days to take this down. Granted, I'm never going to use that button. I'm going to have them take it down instantly, because the channels I go after just re-upload the content anyways, and I'm paid to expedite removal. So sorry. I just thought it was interesting.
No, that's a good thing. At least they've done something to maybe improve the system.
No, that is good. That means, let's say somebody re-uploaded my video, and I felt like, oh, you know, maybe they just did it because they wanted a clip of it, but I don't want them to re-upload the entire VOD, you know? Like, I don't mind if somebody clips something and uses it as to make like a little montage thing. That'd be kind of cool, actually. But, like, if they just re-upload the whole thing, then I'd be like... But I wouldn't want to take down their channel. Because unlike this, I'm not paid to expedite it. Because, you know, I have my own agency. No, Kibs is not a Fed. No.
Carl is a Fed. We call him Fib.
I'm a private vendor, actually. Alright, Jimmy, good luck at work.
Enjoy your worky Stiffy.
That's a big tank you brought, Bubs.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, Barch.
There are no tanks here.
Arch is like hyper-focused on armor.
I mean, yeah, armor's useful.
Suddenly Kyle is glowing. Arch, what are you doing? Are you like reading an article while fucking playing game?
Well, I don't need to do much.
The answer is yes.
When Barch is angry.
Why is he angry this time?
Probably pent up sexual tension or something.
More than like. Oh my god, these tanks
do you
are
need a
huge.
sexual release?
Yeah, use bubbles.
I would have.
You would have used bubbles?
Of course.
Nice.
Now, you're saying past tense, which leads me to think that you've already released it.
He just
lately.
released it just now. That's what the sighing was. You're like, ugh. And, you know, the pressure was relieved, so to speak. A valve had been let loose, Bubs.
Enjoying your crappy tank, Carl?
Yeah, it's got no ammo in it. I wonder what happened.
I wonder what happened indeed.
Oh my god, it has an alternate fire for rockets up here?
Mm-hmm.
What is he landing on? Bubbles?
A bit of everything.
This thing's cute.
It is kind of great. It costs a lot of points, and by god, it's slow to move around. But, on the other hand, I do get to help. The best part is, the driving section has a machine gun.
That's kind of great.
Which is fixed forward.
Yeah, it's not a very good gun.
Okay, I have one shot left. Let's make it count.
How do I get out of vehicles again?
Alt F4.
Again, my hands are on the wrong buttons. I was very confused there. Back, who made Arch cranky ass disco? Yeah, Arch.
Barch
Building-
did.
Now, Bubbles, don't team kill. There's still loot to grab, you fucking monkey.
I'm just providing
You're
cover
providing
to the left of
nothing.
me.
There's
Okay.
nothing but me to the left.
Okay, well, I'll keep shooting then. And I was doing the same thing you were doing because you were hitting me with those as well.
Isn't he always cranky ass Psycho Dad? Not always. It really depends.
He often whinges and stuff.
Yeah, he does that.
It's not really whinging now, it's just being quiet.
He's pondering,
Bored and tired.
pontificating.
Why are you tired?
Work.
Work can do that.
They'd made it in time. Although we suffered heavy casualties,
Work can do that.
Make sure you get some good sleep, Arch.
Sleepy doos. No sleep for me today. Today is reports day. Today is be sad day. Today is have anxiety for the rest of the night day. You know what? Rex Max go faster. But doesn't pontificating require one to talk? He's pontificating in his internal monologue. Yes. He's having an internal monologue.
He's barchalogging.
Sometimes I wish I was barchalogging. Wonder what that'd be like. To have the IQ of a potato.
It's not you every day.
You have the IQ of an average American man. See, I'm gonna have to be
I
Arch
would
for it.
not dream of insulting Americans that harshly.
You're just a sad. Sad. You know what we should do? We should talk about the death of his favorite IP, Warhammer. It's over.
I think you mean
Arch.
D&D.
Oh. Why?
Arch, you love D&D as a franchise, don't you?
He loves it to its core, especially the latest rulebook. That was fun, wasn't it, Arch? What's wrong?
The death of Games Workshop is something to be celebrated.
He's coming around to our way of thinking.
Only the Spriggan can complete this mission.
The Arch, if it dies, you could just buy the license for it.
Get
Huh?
and take them out
Not
once.
so bad.
Yes, sir. Use silent modules.
What do you think of that? What would you do if you owned the license for GW, Bubs? Or Arch?
Put it out of its misery.
You would just delete the franchise? You'd be like, you know what? I actually don't like Warhammer that much. No more Warhammer. And then all the fans would be like, you were supposed to save the franchise, not end in darkness. Not leaving
Don't worry,
darkness.
it'll end in grim darkness.
In the grim dark universe of Warhammer 40k, there is no story. It's over.
Just trash.
Kibs Lives Matter says, be nice to Kyle, or I'll peacefully protest. Yeah, that's the spirit. KLM.
Everything they'll do is peacefully cheek tests.
Undo everything the ward has done, asks Kernam.
Award hasn't been relevant for very many years. This is old GW.
Is there any individuals in GW that you would like to excommunicatus? Besides the authors of Black Library?
Not the people, it's the company itself. They're not interested in their IP anymore.
So if you got a hold of the Warhammer license, what would you do with it? Not the GW.
Put out of its misery.
He just kills everything he touches, guys. It's no
Make something new. Start over. Return to monkey.
return to monkey. Return to 70s. Make a 70s grimdark, and see where it goes. Or wait, no, Warhammer started in the 80s, didn't it? Like 40k. Limit the 40k books to Sandy Mitchell. That's Psycho Dead. Discord, he says, don't be nice to Kyle. Bully the Kyle. That's rude.
Look at this go. Encouraging bullying on YouTube.
That's a bannable offense.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I'm sure Bubbles has said that too.
Oh,
Somewhere.
I'm pretty sure I have. I guess I'll have to ban this channel then, Kyle.
Oh, Bub. Don't worry, YouTube. He's now officially just a guest, not a co-host. He's like, okay, we'll let it slide this. No, they
Doesn't matter, Kyle.
No, I don't think that matters much.
Art should own Kibs' cheeks. That's game.
I already do.
Doughboy says Art should own Kibs. What the fuck, guys?
I already do.
Like, purchase Kib at a Walmart. Kib murder.
Hang on, it's Kyle a corporation.
On last I checked. What's her name?
I have already decided on how to do this.
Have you?
When we're at the old people's home in like 70 years from now,
If I make it that long.
I am going to purchase Kyle's silly little studio out from under him.
You're a son of a bitch. He waited till I
Through
had
a shell
finished.
corporations. And then, as he sits there in his little rocking chair, thinking everything is fine, I'm going to show him the bill of sales to Disney.
Oh no. Insert fucking dramatic horror music.
I'd just be surprised Disney would even care.
I'd like to believe Disney doesn't exist by then, but I know better.
Disney will never go away.
They should be dissolved.
Disney is eternal.
Like, honestly, maybe corporations should have an expiration date.
I agree. Corporations should be dissolved automatically after 5 years.
After death of author, after death of founder. There you go.
5 years.
5 years after death of founder.
5 years.
Oh, 5 years as a whole. Like, 5 years after death of founder is not too bad. It allows the various branches to get things in order as they splinter into 1,000 pieces.
You know, I'd like to see the idea of corporations dissolving after the death of the founder. Just imagine the amount of shady shit going on then.
What's gonna happen, Bubs?
Assassinations.
Oh my
Lots
god.
of assassinations.
That's true. Corporate CEO or founders now. Like, hey, you seem like a pretty innovative guy. You want to start your own business? No.
Don't worry. We've
That would
decided
only
that you're
happen
starting
in
your own business.
republics, like America.
Yes, exactly.
Look, my idea is fine. Okay? So what if corporate assassinations become commonplace? That's not the point.
Oh, sorry.
McDonald's assassinates the founder. Oh, is he dead? I'll get him.
Okay.
We got him?
Yeah.
Bunk, bunk, bunk. Corporate espionage intensifies. A little bit. I don't think Mickey Mouse is commie, but it certainly is willing to work with anybody that pays. Greedy is the correct word.
Corporation is the correct word, I think.
That's true. Corporations will happily work with
Jesus.
communists willing to pay them.
Well, Kyle, I might have almost killed you.
It's an honor to fight alongside the Spriggan.
Nice.
I didn't think it had that big a radius.
Jonathan Macy says, if it was after death of founders, the assassination business would skyrocket. Like McDonald's CEO was assassinated today by Wendy's. Wendy's was killed by Arby's. And Arby's was taken down by fucking, I don't know, Denny's or Sonic or something. It's not quite how that works, Black Raven. If you conspire with a commie, he doesn't make you a commie. He just makes you a fucking rat. Little weasel. Oh no, we
Don't worry, Kyle.
should skip this boss.
Well, it's not the boss yet.
Yeah, skip the boss fight though. We get to
God,
it.
yes, it's terrible.
The boss fight, like, it's a cool idea. Like, oh, big giant mecha boss with tons of turrets, right? Sounds great. Except there's too many turrets and it's got way too much health.
Mm-hmm. God, there's so many turrets. And you can't get anywhere near it because then you die.
They really built an outpost.
It's larger
Beam,
than
beam, beam,
Psycho
beam.
Dad thinks shareholders should have battle royales.
so they plan to live on.
Battle Royale upon death of author. There you go. Last shareholder standing wins. You know, it's a company, you can do whatever you want with it. At least only especially motivated people will become shareholders then.
When are we getting an EDF movie?
Never. Imagine like a proper 80s B movie of EDF
Damn.
with Arnie.
Arnie. No,
Arnie.
no. Oh.
He gets grabbed by an ant and he goes, "Oh!"
See, what makes Arnie movies great is the noises he makes.
Yes. It's not a very good actor.
His acting, no one cares about his acting skills. He's buff macho man with Austrian accent that Austrians don't even have.
He's roidy man.
Like, who doesn't like an Arnold movie? Like, they're fun.
You're right, you should watch Junior.
Hey, Bubbles, we're watching Junior.
Okay.
What you gonna do about it, bub? Are you gonna cry?
No, I'm gonna show you watch Junior. That simple, Cal.
I can't believe the enemy would have bases. This is-
Osh, have you ever seen Junior?
Yes.
It's a good movie, right?
Yes.
See?
Yes, sounds exasperated. Arch, what are you telling me?
It's a good movie.
That I want snacks.
Get a snack then.
No.
Why are you so stubborn? Why?
You wouldn't love him if it wasn't himself.
Oh, don't be a gay boy.
You don't be gay though.
Feels like Bubbles is now too happy, and Arch is super sad. Like, what happened to the force, okay? It's like yin and yang. Bubbles is retarded, and Arch is retarded but blonde. So, slightly different.
I'm just bored. And you have not fucking amused him at all.
Arch, why are you bored? Talk about something. Come on. Hentai. Big titties. What's a recent hentai that's come out? What is a recent hentai that's come out? I don't even know.
Probably a lot.
Any good ones? Any ones with elves on orcs? Anyone with elves on dwarves? Or elves on kobolds? Or elves on...
Arch, what's your favorite interspecies pairing? There you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good question.
Degenerates.
Don't fucking lie, Arch. What is it? Is it human on elves? Is it elves on...
Wow.
I feel like elves are involved. Are elves involved?
Probably Elf and Goblin.
God damn. You just really don't like elves, do you? That's fair. They deserve it. I mean,
They do.
Arch finds NTR amusing.
NT
Okay?
era?
So if he likes NTR,
Any relation to Reset era?
then he's gonna like watching his waifu get plowed by a fucking orc or something.
That's not the amusing part, though.
That's not the amusing. You're gonna like watching generic MC character fail to save his waifu from being plowed by an orc, and then
That's
she
more
leaves
amusing.
him for an orc, and then she,
It's even more amusing.
a really fat and ugly orc too. Well, he's like super duper muscular, but lacks any personality, and because he's a fucking dolt, she's been cheating on him for fucking years. Like, she's not even being abducted anymore. She's just been intentionally getting abducted so she can have
Orcs
sex
have
with
on
the orc.
average bigger penises than humans.
Big giant green penis. Once you go
It's a greenest.
orc, you don't bork.
I think now you're just recounting the plot to Super Mario Brothers.
See, that's exactly what happens though. Peach is fucking goddamn Bowser, okay? Like, Mario's too goddamn thick to see what's going on here. And like, Peach gets off on this, and Bowser's just like, whatever, pussy's pussy, you know? So he'll take it. He'll take whatever he can get. He's a fucking, what the hell is he? He's a,
According to the lore, Bowser's children are from him and Peach's.
wait, what? That's canon?
I know at least one of them call her Mummy.
Oh my god.
That's adorable though.
That's kind of hilarious. Mario, little kids playing Mario, no, it's fine because they would never get it. They would never get the subtext to that. That fucking Peach has had children with her abductor and adversary. Not just one, but like several.
I feel like I'm being shot at.
He's a turtle demon, says Boog. Isekai's slave harem is coming anime soon, says Boog. We do have the healer.
Is it?
Yeah.
That one's okay. Kind of stupid. Kind of boring. But it's okay.
What's stupid about it?
It's dumb.
Okay, but what about it's dumb?
It's dumb.
That's not a detail.
Well, it is a detail.
It
Would
is.
you like to elaborate, Barge?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. See, there you go, Kyle.
All right.
He
Fair.
doesn't want to elaborate.
Bowser
in the
is a
discussion.
turtle dragon. Now chat's debating whether he's a demon turtle or a turtle dragon.
And I've seen Bowser's cock. Pretty big.
You know, I've seen it too, sadly.
I've seen it a lot, in fact.
Yeah, same. I've seen a lot of Bowser penis. Okay?
I disavow the both of you again.
Look,
again.
there's a good reason for how much Bowser
Again.
cock we've seen, okay? Like,
Yeah, Kyle's pretty horny.
no, we follow a guy named Panda something or something. And he's
Sloping.
He's kind of funny, but he's also gay, which is, you know, there's nothing wrong with that
crime.
inherently until you post
Well,
a
I
bunch
mean,
of
depends
Bowser.
which country you're in.
That's true.
Know
Bowser,
which religion you follow.
he posts a lot of Bowser penis, and I want to point out that one, the head of the PP, the head was fucking spiked, and I just thought, poor Peach. Poor Peach. I'm coming inside, and I don't intend to pull out.
The world just kind of exploded randomly.
And
Yeah.
did that to me too.
Bubbles, can you heal him? I don't have a lot of health.
I mean,
This is looking kind
can
of bad.
get him up.
If we don't shoot down all of the drones, they will cause a lot of damage.
There's like 2 drones left. What are they gonna do?
It's like a billion drones left.
Yeah, blind boy.
You're blind. Who to Bowsette, balls or no balls? No, what the? Ugh. Sorry, just gay.
Always no balls.
Yeah, but
Never Futa.
never Fuda. Say that one. Arch, you don't like Fuda,
No.
do you?
Never Futa. There is no such thing as an absolute.
Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Okay, Arch. Would you do a Fuda, or do you just like looking at Fudas?
I would choose neither, but that doesn't mean they don't exist.
Never Futa.
And
Game, why do you
more.
do this?
That hurts a
kind
lot.
of randomly explodes.
Like a lot.
It feels like seeing Futa. I just don't want it.
Black 1917 donates $10. Say, haven't done this in a while. Here's money for Bubbles' booze supply. Bubbles' booze supply? Bubbles' booze supply?
I feel like I need to increase my booze supply just to get through the day occasionally.
Must make Futa Aerith now. Ugh. 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 Okay. There's actually fan art of that. There's a couple people. One Arch has a on Arch's server. I think it is there too. There's an Archoli and an Aerith, and they both have peepees, and they're touching peepees, and it's
That's gay though.
that is gay. Somebody sent that to me and was like, "Look, I made this," and I'm like, I mean,
Why would you want that, Kyle?
good job on you did a good job with the drawing. Like, I'm
Why
not
did
gonna
you ask for it, Kyle?
I didn't ask for it.
Kyle, why'd you do this?
Not everything I ask for. I'm pretty sure somebody else asked for that.
Not everything you ask for, people make.
Discordia, you know about this. You've seen it. We had a conversation about it. Like,
Disco's a pervert, though.
Disco is. Disco pretends to feign interest in, like, lewd stuff, but deep down, Disco's like, PP.
Pretends.
Disco
to feign
pretends to be a
interest.
vestigial virgin.
She does.
Pretends to feign interest.
She's like, I don't like PPs.
Don't listen to Kyle Barch. He struggles with words. You know this.
Shut up.
Pretends to feign interest. If I just keep repeating it, he'll eventually understand.
I
No,
got
he
it
won't.
after you said it the first time. And I was like, oh no, hopefully Bubbles keeps his fat fucking mouth shut. And then Bubbles... Art-wise, it's a masterpiece. Subject-wise, it's degenerate. Discordia did not say anything to counter the fact that she's a big fucking degen. Discordia, what do you say about that? She's like, I don't like that stuff. Yet she allows it in her Discord server. Fact.
Disco's more of a degen than Kaina.
Damn. Is that a lot or...
It's a lot.
Damn. Black 1917 $25 say yes, Kyle. Booze supply. How do you know? How do you think he puts up with you? Damn. Bubbles is always drunk.
I wish.
When Bubbles gets drunk, he gets retarded. Like very. Like he gets super passive aggressive. Then he goes from being passive aggressive to being mad. Then he goes from being mad to being like, I'm Bubbles and I'm in charge.
From what you're saying here, he sounds to be drunk an awful lot.
Again, I wish. Though someone does need to be in charge when Kyle's around, because Kyle certainly shouldn't be allowed to.
What are you talking about? Many of those community events went off with a relatively without a hitch. Perfect.
You can't even say that straight, Kyle.
Relative. Look. Disco says, I don't think I have seen that, but I don't think I want to. I say there's a delay. I don't mod the NSFW channel on my server. Someone else does, she says nervously, hoping we don't catch on to the fact that she may not necessarily mod it, but she definitely uses it. Discordia frequents.
Disco is a degenerate pervert.
Disco frequents many hentai sites, like, Hentai Haven. Wait, is that still up? I don't even know. Yes, it is. Right? There's a big meme about it a while ago. I haven't heard anything about it.
Hentai Foundry is about one of the only ones I know of.
That's an artist one.
Yes.
I know that because somebody sent me not only sent me a picture, but they'll send me a fucking link. Saying like, look, I found Aerith here. And I'm like, nice.
I'm not surprised.
The real problem with Disco isn't that she's merely perverted, it's that she can't control it.
Indeed.
It is the lack of control that is the real problem.
insatiable desire for potato, the hot kind.
She told me once that she raped the bus driver on the bus whilst the bus was moving.
Fucking A.
Every day. That was horrible.
Every day.
It became such a problem that her boyfriend at the time had to travel with her to ensure it didn't happen.
Like, quit cheating on me. Bus driver man's like, stop raping me, I've got a family.
It was horrible.
It does sound absolutely horrendous.
It does sound like a true story, I do agree, Jack.
Look, I've put my bulge there.
Somebody
That's
should
fine,
clip
right?
that. Somebody should put my bulge.
It's completely unrelated to the conversation, but I felt it was appropriate anyway.
I know, because the weapon is called the fucking bulge. Is there a barge next to me? No, barge is flying around. It's a fly slut. There's Fairbear. He says, it's not cheating if one partner screams. That's true, it's rape.
I don't know about that. I think there's room for nuance.
I think if one party isn't screaming, it's just bad performance.
That as well.
It's not rape if we're both screaming. Go ahead and scream. Or what's the meme? Go ahead and scream. We're calling 911. The police can't unrape you or something like that. I forget how the meme goes. That one was funny. That one was like back in like early 2000, mid 2000s. I remember seeing that.
That must have been very old, because I'm pretty sure that would get you shot on the street these days.
Go ahead and call 911.
Clearly from the Dark
The
Ages.
police can't unrape. It's like, nice.
The Dark Ages were like a year ago, right?
Honestly, 2016 didn't feel like so bad. I remember that year.
That was only because we had a pleasant surprise.
No, even in 2015. 2015 was alright.
I think 2015 was only alright because we were blatantly naive.
As far as games releases go, like, there wasn't a whole lot going. There's a bunch of games that I would be interested in later on that would go enter early access. But they would be
2014
too
and
early.
2015 was great because there was nothing but screeching about Goober Gab.
What the fuck is Goober Gab?
You're so
Bubbles.
innocent and adorable, Cal.
What is Goober Gab?
You're so innocent and adorable.
Tell
Cal.
me what it is.
So innocent and adorable, Cal.
Okay, what is Goober Gab?
You're so innocent and adorable, Cal.
Rape
It's like, I
Poultry.
want to know.
Discordy says, see, he's ignoring that one. Hey, 2115 thinks of Merkel. Yeah, but that's a German problem. That's not my problem. He's like, "Eh." The German question. See, Germany should be broken up into several states. We can have one be Bavaria. We can have one be Saxony. Okay, what's the next one, Bubs?
Honestly, I think every municipality should be broken into its separate state.
Damn, Bubbles is radicalized. He no longer thinks the Germans should be allowed to govern as a single nation. You just want it to look like
very
fucking-
vocal about my support for the breaking up of Germany before, Cal.
Not to this
nothing new.
degree. This is new. As long as
I would
we
just
keep-
refine my position a bit.
Yes, because having an emperor for Germany went so well in World War I.
wasn't Germany's fault though. That was Serbia.
It was
Also
Emperor.
Austria.
Serbia started it.
They didn't have to after that war.
Fucking more victim blaming. Ow.
Legit.
You know, the Germans are always the victim, just like in World War II, the French attacked them.
Technically speaking, yes. The French attacked the Germans before the Germans attacked the French.
Yep.
The French did in fact declare war.
The French should have, like, the French are stupid.
And
in World
advanced
War
into
II,
Germany.
The minute the fucking Sudetenland crisis happened, France should have backed up Czechoslovakia.
Nah, it's better
Why?
if they go to the Munich conference, they're like, lol. Germany should have everything.
Czechoslovakia's like, dude, don't give them our forts, and like, you can have their forts. It's like, let me watch as you fuck Czechoslovakia. And they're like, no.
And then Poland's like, give me that tiny piece of land.
Oh my god, I pointed that out to a Polish person, he got super mad about that.
The Polish
It's
kind of
become
got
one
what they
of my
deserved.
favorite way to bait Poles. I just say the word Danzig.
Say Danzig.
No. See, the Poles deserved what happened to them because the Poles ate a bit of Czechoslovakia during the conference.
They did. Instead of the Polish,
bitches.
instead of the Polish being like, no Czechoslovakia, we'll stand up for your independence. They're like, I want Zelzy, and then Germany's like, okay, you can have it. And like, I have Zelzy.
And then Germany's like, I now have Zelzy.
Grimdor says, oi, that Zelzy land was ours. It was Czechoslovakia's, actually. You stole it. It's okay,
Just like you
Czechoslovakia.
stole Danzig.
To be fair, Danzig was actually German, though.
Actually, most of Poland was either German or Russian.
The Polish are
Don't
kind
worry,
of...
I shall
There's a
help you.
good reason for why we shouldn't let Poland have a country.
Yeah, I think Germany wanted it as a country, as a buffer state between Russia,
Ow.
didn't they?
Poland?
Yeah.
Germany wanted Poland as a buffer state?
Like nowadays. That's why they're not annexing them right now.
I'm sure that's the only reason.
There's absolutely no other reason.
Like, I can't annex you this time. But give it 50 more years, we'll be back.
You know, Arch of Iron has taught me that you should always conquer nations, especially a nation like Poland, because if you absolutely do need a buffer state, you just release them as a free nation.
That's true. That's just a broken mechanic.
Well, they took that away in Hearts of Iron 3. Or is it 4? 4.
No, it's... The last I played 4, at least it was in. That is a while ago now, though.
They might have taken it away. Because in 4, you could just release a nation, be like, buffer state, and be like, god damn it.
I don't have to justify.
Since the alien invasion, the entire world has been engulfed in flames.
This is a cancer strat, though.
It is.
You're losing the war, it's like, alright, I have a buffer state, now I have time to rebuild myself.
Toll as well. More businesses are shutting down, which leads to lower employment rate. There has not been
More businesses are shutting down, which leads to lower employment rate. See, we keep thinking that EDF is a video game. It's just a more graphical representation of the coup.
The bug is a literal bug. Oh my god, I see it now. It's invasive like an alien invading Earth.
And it's red. Like China.
Oh my god. Bing chong, bing bong, bubs.
I guess I'll hurt. Ow.
And bubs. And barch and bubs. Bubs and barch. Bubs and barch.
It's gonna hurt.
We need bubs and barch hentai. I agree.
Ow.
We need...
Thank you.
Welcome, slut.
I'm not extraordinarily well equipped. I mostly just got artillery.
Guys, I just learned I had a black ancestor. I want some reparations, Whitey.
Only if you give me reparations. Get back to the cotton field.
Well, you're not even American.
Pay me what you owe.
It's you.
You have any idea what that trip across the Atlantic cost in fucking 1700s?
You have any idea what all that food and lodging costs?
That's true. You raise a good argument. Bubs and Arch fanfic by Disco. Yeah, Disco, when are we getting an erotic fanfic of Arch and Bubs? I'll pay you.
Oh, she's already written it. She's just too cowardly to present it.
Just like Arch and Bubs kiss, and they kiss super lots. It's not very well written, but she tried.
I think Disco has a better command of the English language than you, though. That's the problem.
They kissed lots, and it was like hot and steamy and stuff.
Well, every American is handicapped when it comes to language.
As Barch bent over, he's like,
See?
Yeah, that's why you know it's a fiction.
Why would I make that, says Disco? Now you know she made it.
Yep.
God, she really can't contain herself, can she?
She rapes a bus driver while she's driving the bus. Of course she can't. And what kind of an idiotic question is that?
Won't be long before Fuzzy Butt gets raped.
Poor Fuzzy. He
No.
probably deserves it.
Every
His
time I hear
butt won't be
Fuzzy Butt
fuzzy.
now, I'm just reminded of Rob Schneider.
Stop it, Bob.
But he has a fuzzy butt.
Okay, so for Fuzzy Butt's avatar, we'll have a Rob Schneider with a fuzzy butt.
There's already footage of that.
Ooh, Donald93 says Disco need a fan fiction porno about her feet. I'm sure it would be a great read for the feet descriptions alone. And then my toes curled super hard.
That's fucking disgusting. And I disavow.
You don't disavow. You're actually super turned on by this. You're like, oh yeah, sign me up for this detailed Feeto magazine. It's like, I want me some sensual feets. Some sensual, delicate pencil feet. You know what I mean? Like little pencil nubs. Like her legs go straight down and they're just like little nubs. That's what Arch likes, little pencil feet. Nubs. What do you think of that, Arch? Pretty hot or pretty hot?
Disavow.
See, he didn't disagree. He didn't.
Disavow.
You
Disavow.
find it pretty hot, admit it. Watching somebody else, or watching, going on an NTR where somebody, like, tickles someone else's feet that they're not in a relationship with, and then the other guy gets jealous and you're like, yeah, you deserve that. Yeah, you do. Like, but I wanted to tickle those feet. No. It's pretty
Do
sad.
you like
actually.
feet, Kyle?
Do I like feet? No.
Mm-hmm.
I hate
Okay.
my feet, actually. They're fucking flat.
Flat-footed hobbit feet.
Pretty much. Which is worst, foot fetishist or armpit fetishist? Armpit fetishist.
I would like to inform you now that there's an entire manga dedicated to armpit fetishists.
Like, what do they like? The sweaty armpit? I mean, stinky feet are bad enough as it is.
No, you see, they draw the armpit to look kind of like a vagina. It's fascinating.
They put your pee-pee in the armpit. So what they basically want is a vagina. So why don't they just do that instead?
I don't know, Kyle. You'll have to ask someone.
Because the vagina is so inconveniently located.
Yeah, it's so inconvenient. Curse you,
Plus,
biology.
it's attached to something that whines if you try to touch it.
Zerg1337 donates 2 Aussie bucks to say, Arch, is it true you have a thing for Swedish feet?
I
That's
see no
yes.
reason to dignify that with a response.
I see Arch is in denial. So he admits he does not have.
I do indeed admit that I do not have, yes.
Okay, so he doesn't have one. There we go. Kibs, if your feet are stinky, that is your problem. My feet aren't stinky.
That is indeed Kyle's problem.
I bathe regularly, and my floors are pretty squeaky clean.
Let's see. I use shoes when I go outside.
Oh my god, I thought I was about to say you use shoes when you fucking walked on the floor. I was like, what the?
Well, yes, but not in my home. Usually in like stores and such.
What, Bubbles? You tell me don't take off your shoes when you go into the store.
Yes.
I just imagine people clapping around with their fucking feet. No.
Oh, that is big. That is big.
What is?
That.
That airstrike is quite massive.
That is long.
That is a long airstrike. Wow, didn't damage
Didn't
any
fucking kill him,
skyscraper.
though.
It's not about killing them, it's about immobilizing them.
Oh god, there's like a frame rate loss over here for some reason.
Oh no.
Kibs Gamer want to win. Discordia says she has stinky feet and she was tricking us all along.
She might be a smelly person.
Good thing you can't smell through the internet. So I'm not sure if the owner feeds will really care.
In fact, you might simply just be aiming yourself into a slightly different market.
That's true.
Same general thing, but with a little bit of extra.
Oh no, the alien army's landing.
Oh no, they haven't been doing that the whole fucking mission.
Nope.
Oh no, shotguns.
Technically, those aren't firearms, though.
Bubbles, why? You do this
Had
intentionally.
to be done, Kyle. Oh, Kyle, that thing is so big it's hard to position it. Like, that thing is big.
Oh my god, my fucking cannon thing got stuck on a bush. How's that even possible?
Language and skin color to build the society we have today. Now it is time to overcome the barriers between planets. We have learned from our
Have we overcome barriers of skin color and language, though?
Yes,
I mean,
we
to
have.
me,
the conflicts with our neighbors.
it seems as if
Have
we
you
still
seen
have
a
way
black
to go.
person in EDF?
Oh, so we fixed it that way. Okay, fair enough.
We have overcome the barrier.
This time we can certainly resolve our issues through dialogue as well.
Ah, this time we can do it. So she's actually confirming the theory.
Yes, I think so.
Well, shit.
Don't worry, I could take out shotgun frogs. Maybe.
Although some people expect dialogue. That's not what we're seeing on the scene. What's happening on the scene is all out warfare.
Oh my god. Dummy AI. Well, I was gonna shoot there, but two people are a bit close.
We did it. We killed them. Fucking bubs. Arch has a secret Swedish feet fetish and claims Fuzzybutt himself. Fuzzybutt has arrived with alarming news that March is in denial about foot fetishes for Swedish people specifically. What specifically about Swedish feet arouses you, Bubs? What tickles or Barch? God damn it. That tickles your pickle.
Yes, Bubbles. What's particularly about Swedish feet arouses you?
I mean, if we were to make a wild guess what would arouse someone, the cheap, maybe?
They're cheap?
I don't know.
What do you mean they're cheap?
Swedes are pretty cheap.
They are.
And you hire them like you hire Mexicans.
Oh my god. Gibbles, hurry up, you old bat.
Choosing weapon, be calm, Kyle.
Now make sure this isn't the boss level or I'll break your spine.
Shouldn't be.
Spine.
It shouldn't be, Kyle.
Das Borbowski.
Don't worry, Kyle. I'll level the city.
But why?
Because it's my job as a narrator. Because like, that makes sense.
Doesn't.
It makes sense, Kyle.
No, it doesn't.
You're just in denial. Also, why is Fuzzbot so horny with feet?
frothing at the mouth.
Damn! We aren't strong enough to put up a fight! I can fight.
Don't worry, I'll send in the bimblers.
Bubbles, I want to see them bimblers.
Oh my god. Why is it so long?
They come, Bubbles.
How's the negotiation?
All negotiations have failed. It's not that we can't express ourselves.
Don't worry, guys. I'll save us. It's fine. Kyle, get in.
They seem to see us as pests. Still, we have to keep trying to negotiate.
Why though?
They see us as pests. I mean, to be fair, in an alien invasion, in a war we're losing, is it not best to just do everything to try to survive?
Kyle, I'll get you to safety, civilian. Get in.
Oh, it's not a civilian. Where are you? There, bub. How many people can that fit?
I don't know.
Alright, try getting in.
No?
Jim,
Ouch. Come quickly
sit in my lap.
before you die. Like you're just sitting on the edge.
Can't really see much. Which is weird when you think about it.
Don't worry, Kyle. I'll keep you safe. Oh look, armor.
Yeah, Katarn Star says need more VMP or RPG. Well, if you want one of the same people, good luck. I don't think we'll be getting them all back, will we, if we did, Arch?
No more. Instead, you can have Disco with her.
Sneaky feet.
I guess Disco would have to make a Toreador.
Disco has already accepted a position as some kind of slavery thing in that.
A slavery object to be possessed in the RP? Sounds like a useful asset.
So, like a ghoul? Revenant?
If we did the vampire RP again, it would just be Arch, Dev, myself.
The thing is,
Who else would you bring back?
I don't want to rewrite that entire fucking rule set.
Why rewrite it?
And I'd have to rewrite that entire fucking rule set.
You would.
And I don't really want to rewrite that entire fucking rule set.
Let's just play Space Pirate 40k game. Rogue Trade. That's a waste. To make a new campaign with new characters, I could be a... I could be an Ogrin. That'd be awful. Actually, that would be awful. That'd be kind of funny.
Oh,
It
no.
certainly would be realistic.
Be like,
None of Wolf's
"Arr,
Roguin though.
be
You'd have to get
fine."
third-party stuff for that.
What? I thought it was in the expansion. One of the expansions.
No, that's only war.
Oh. Bit of a shame. Well, wasn't the Felon stuff also third party?
Yep.
Yeah. Because, like, the rules for... Honestly, with Arch actually just gave me them. It was like, cats. They can see well in the dark. And they're nimble. And that's it. To be fair, that wasn't too bad, though. It came in handy. It came in actually a lot of handy when we're in dark places. which in Lurking Hunger is actually rather fucking common. Which so having eyes that are basically flashlights are kind of glorious.
It'll be interesting if I can get the Unity 3D thing system up and running, because it has dynamic lighting.
Dynamic lighting.
Roll20 does as well, but you have to pay for that.
Yeah, why use the Roll20 when... Honestly, the Unity 3D thing Arch sent me looked kind of nifty. Like, if we can get that set up, that'd be kind of fun.
Too.
But it's one-time
The thing
purchase.
is, Roll20 is a derpy system.
I can help Bart set it up. If you need help setting that up, let me know. I'll help
Kyle,
you. I'll look at
I
it.
already tried to get you to test it with me, and you never showed up. So I think you can shut your tiny
You know what
little
happened?
lying whore hole of a mouth.
You know what actually happened, chat? He's like, okay, I'll message you. And I'm like, awesome. So I sit there, waiting, as I'm sitting there procrastinating on, like, when I have time off, going like, I hope he messages me. Spinning in my chair, basically. Played some games by myself. Sat alone for, I think, like 4 hours. And then he messaged me saying that I was the traitor. Well, I had been waiting the whole time.
You're fucking developing old dog syndrome, Kyle.
That's not all dog syndrome. I was literally waiting.
Yes, that is old dog syndrome. Just sitting there waiting.
You said you would message me.
I didn't, though.
You did.
I did not, though.
You're lying to me. I waited. I waited.
Because you were an idiot.
All you have to do is, when you're online, message like, hey, you got time to look at that thing? And I'd be like, hell yeah. Instead it was bored. I'm bored. I was bored. And I blame Bart.
Kyle.
I think I spent
Never
the time
trust a
looking at
Bart.
like a... Oh yeah. Because that was the day I found out about like, what do they call them? Air fryers. Because I was looking at like frying stuff, right? I was like, ooh, what's an air
Of
fryer?
course you were. You're American.
No, air fryer. It's not like a oily fry. It's supposed to be pretty healthy, actually. Just uses hot air to cook. Harsh to boomer it himself. I know, he is a boomer. I should have just messaged him and assumed that I had to do all the work. Because realistically, I do. Look at Archie's like...
Come back for some rest.
See,
Calm
I think
down,
using
old dog.
hot air to cook stuff is usually just referred to as barbecuing.
Meanwhile, all dogs listen to the stream casual. Do a chaos RP and shove Kibs into the demon Kulaba. The chaos would be fun if done right, but I feel like it'd be boring because like it's like a murder hobo campaign. Like it'd have to be kind of like a shortish campaign, I think. Well, I guess I could just keep going until people come.
Yeah, that's why you do Death Wishing, just embrace the power of fantasy.
Like a chaos campaign could be neat, but the problem with chaos is it's very one-sided. That's what I liked about Rogue Trader. Rogue Trader, there was a lot of possibilities because as a Rogue Trader, you weren't inherently always working with the Imperium. Sometimes, if I read the book, when I read through the rule book, like the Rogue Traders work with Tau, they work with Eldar, basically the reason why the Imperium allowed them to do that was because if they succeeded, they normally ended up expanding the Imperium's like borders. One of the few ways the Imperium could regain territories outside of like Crusades. Oh, that would have been so cool. God damn it. We were just about to get our ship in Lurking Hunger Season 1 too. God damn. Well, not just about. We had to assemble. Some assembly fucking required.
Just a little bit.
Just a wee bit. God damn it. That campaign was so cool when we got to the Undercity part. I'm annoyed that campaign fucking ended there. Joseph Kerwin donates $5 to say, Kibs, the cuddle ogrin. Sometimes he pets the Grux too hard and the Grux gets real sleepy. That could be kind of...
Just give him a nice tight hug.
See, I could just have a gimmick of only playing abhumans. I'll play one of the dwarf thingies, Or wait, do they exist
What?
anymore? They got dwarf things in space. Squats.
What?
Yeah. Then I'll play an Ogren. Then I'll play, what else is there?
As long as they exist, we can't win the ground warfare.
Oh, crap.
I don't remember
Sip
what
of
kind of
my-
abhumans there were.
Sip of some juice.
Aren't there beastmen as well?
Yeah, but I think they were exterminated, weren't they? Or weren't they?
May be powerful, but they are designed for long-range support. We have a chance if we can get real close. Move in.
Party stuck. I will say nothing.
I just got back.
Okay. Barch. How many abhumans could you feasibly squeeze into a Rogue Trader campaign?
Well, one at the least, because Kyle is an abhuman.
Racist.
Because Kyle wants to just rotate like a giant roster of abhumans.
I was thinking about it, but I have to look at what the bonuses are for all the abhumans. Because if it's another rogue trade, but I have to look at what the bonuses are for all the abhumans. Because if it's another rogue trade, if it turns out like Lurking Hunger, Felonid, super fucking handy. But like if it turned out to be like a more Warfront, like melee one, maybe an Ogre would be kind of neat. Though the one thing that sucks about Ogrins is their fucking intelligence is super low.
Yeah, that fits you perfectly.
Yeah, but that means you can't like say anything funny. You just say, "Durr."
They're not that dumb, Kyle.
They're basically that dumb, though.
They're more akin to children, which is perfect for you.
I do say we think we should, if we ever did a Rogue Trader campaign, we need to get an Orc party member who doesn't talk like a Warcraft orc.
There's
That's right, Crow. I called you out.
rules for orcs in Rogue Trader.
Yeah, we need like a Captain Bloodflake character. Ooh, a Rogue Trader campaign where the captain is actually an orc. Yes. Yeah.
Don't worry,
No.
you believe he's human. It's perfectly fine.
Yes, and he believes he's human. Believes in the Imperium.
This gun is really terrible.
See, when I think about campaigns like that, I almost would rather write like actual novella. Like that'd be kind of fun. It'd be super forced though, because that wouldn't make sense in universe really, at all. Like other humans would just be like, no. The orc may think he's human, but I don't think the humans will think he's human. Unless he's in a position of power and such that they're afraid of him. Or it's like some fringe human colony that has no contact with the Imperium and then will be exterminated when they find out.
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be very inclusive.
Yeah, I doubt it. I actually read some Tau lore the other day. They're fucking
I'm sure that was
stupid.
also very inclusive.
Because I was curious about how they did the culture and society. Because I was like, I couldn't remember if it was just purely communist, and like it's super duper like, oh, we'll let you be you integrated into our society, but and you'll even get to keep your religion stuff. Like humans in their worship the God Emperor. Granted, it's the Tau version, so it's no killing of Xenos.
Which kind of makes sense, considering the circumstances.
They're like, don't kill blue people. And we're like,
It sounds heretical.
kill blue person? Think about it. The Tau,
What if blue people not people?
Tau, the younger race in 40k. Like, they're coming out, you know, they find this ancient empire that's fucking retarded now. They're like, somebody looked at me funny. Heretic, kill him. Exterminatus.
The tower kind of terrible.
Tower also stupid. The Dark Crusade line for the Tau commander fighting the Space Marine commander are awesome though. He's like, "Do you value your men so little?" And the Space Marine commander responds, Are you so weak that you value them that much," or something like that? "Are you that weak?" or something like that.
It sounds edgy and gay.
It was kind of funny.
I think we should bomb the frogs.
I think the only line worth remembering is "My face is my shield."
My face is my. It's
I
my
think the only
face.
line worth remembering is "My face is tired."
That's a different game.
I know.
Do you hear the voices too? Yes, great one. I can't do the fucking slave voice. The heretic guy. See, a good RTS like Dawn of War 1 especially, had fantastic voice lines. Like, just really good voice lines. Yes,
Did it?
most magnificent one. Something, something, meh, meh, meh. Order something 726, I don't know. Initially, servitor man said.
It took itself seriously enough, but not too seriously.
Dark Crusade was still my favorite one, though. Most because I like the little... I like the idea, like, ooh, a campaign map, you can attack wherever. A little bit like a Risk board. That's kind of cute. And each base has, or each final capital has like a boss battle base. Like, that's cool. I wish some more RTSs would do that. Battle for Middle-earth kind of did that with like the Lord of the Rings map. When you fought Modor, it's kind of like a boss, but it wasn't like a big boss battle like it wasn't Dawn, sadly. Joseph.
That's because that was a Relic game, and Relic was good at developing games until they decided to not develop games anymore.
Hey, just play Dawn of War 3. He's like, okay.
Relic is dead. There's nothing we can do about it.
We can give them a Viking burial.
I think that might get you landed in jail, to be honest.
Yeah, but they deserve it.
Well, I volunteer you to do it in that case.
Because you're a pussy.
Look at Arch. He's just dismissing the bubbles now. He's like, I'm done. He's just round, fat, flotatious, and he, sits there and makes cranky bubble sounds like, meh, 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 bubbly, bubbly. Which is fair, because he does do that. A challenge worthy of my skill. Yes, the tech. You know what I didn't like? The Winter Assault expansion. It was kind of underwhelming. Like, the campaign was a little too short. It was too easy. And I don't know. The guardsman, I didn't like the new guardsman model. I kind of preferred the older guardsman models from... I know it's a little bit of a retarded pet peeve. It looked a little bit dirtier. I actually didn't play the guardsman too much.
Shut your fuckhole and accept the fact that Dawn of War is a MOBA now.
I still have Dawn of War 1, 2, and both of their expansion packs. Unless they
need to replay the Dawn of War 3 campaign.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna do Dawn of War Reforged, and then they're gonna fucking redo the... Oh god, the campaign for Dawn of War 3 is awful.
That would be great, though.
Like, it's really bad. I did it. It was bad. That was back when my channel was tinier. And there's like a little reeing Aerith on the cover art of it. If anybody's seen the Dawn of War 3 playthrough, by the end of it I was just fucking bored. I was fucking mad. I didn't want to play it. It's like Fire Warrior, but longer. Fire Warrior can be fun for the audience because it's short. Dawn of War 3 just drags its fucking goddamn heels with archaic level design.
You make a good point, Carl. When are you gonna play the Fire Warrior?
They need to add a co-op mod. Somebody makes a co-op
And
mod.
are you
No, they
going
don't.
to play Dawn of War 3 first?
I think, you know what, Arch, your channel should be known for doing Dawn of War 3 playthroughs yearly. Like, isn't April coming up? Aren't we gonna do Dawn of War 3 soon?
No.
Again? Yeah. It's a yearly thing now. Bubbles. I'm sure we can find a Dawn of
happy
War
for
3
you.
key for relatively
I'm
cheap.
happy for the two of you.
You can come play with Barch.
I'm very happy for the two of you.
Dawn of War 3 is really fun. It's got Warcrafty looking visuals. See, if it was a Warcraft game, I would be like, oh, look, it's kind of cute. Like, it's super colorful. But it's not. It's Warhammer should not be vibrant and colorful. It should
No, it
be
shouldn't.
gritty looking. Like, you can still have vibrant colors like they did in Dawn of War 2, but gritty look. Dirty look.
You can have very vibrant colors, but it has to be dark.
Like, think the Space Marines look shiny. Remember the Dawn of War 3 trailer? You look at the biggest thing for me was the Eldar. You looked at the Eldar and were like, look at the bones, they're so cool. It's like bone armor, like literal bone. And then you see the gameplay, and then they're all smooth and shiny. And I'm like, what is this? False advertisement BS.
The Eldar aesthetic is dumb, though.
Like, the only thing Dawn of War 1's trailer lied to me about was that units could take cover behind walls like that. They can. But that's okay, because everything else about the trailer was pretty fucking accurate. Dawn of War 1 is the best Warhammer 40k trailer, or Warhammer trailer in general. Followed by Mark of Chaos, which is a very meh game, but has a cool-ass trailer. I remember it being meh.
Bad frog. This bat is coming in from this direction.
We're surrounded.
Oh. Well, okay, I guess there's something in the way there.
Bum, 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 bum. I don't want to be killed by a monster. Ugh. Sounds like you're not being killed by it. You're being fucked by it. Has Bart seen the... No, that's spoilers. He has not seen those. Bart wants to
What are
cancel
you trying to
Superman's
spoil?
replacement, but defends filthy casuals. Wait, what? That's way behind. Justin,
That is way behind.
where are you, buddy?
You think it's going to answer you?
Oh my god, he's like at the beginning of the stream. Somebody in chat telling me to refresh because he's super or bad.
Maybe he wants to watch it from the beginning, Kyle.
Maybe he does.
Dumbass Kyle.
But there's not that much point in being in chat and saying anything in chat when you're that far behind.
That's what I mean, though.
Don't worry, Kyle, I'll help you. Just drag them into the red.
We switched like 8,000 conversations now.
Now we're still in the same one conversation, Kyle. We have no other topics.
Oh my god. You're
Let's
right.
talk about how casuals are the death of gaming.
How casual are the death of gaming? They are, though.
Yep. They are.
They're also...
Mori single-handedly destroyed gaming. It's not
Mori,
like
you
Mori.
ruined
Mori's
it.
like, yes. Mori's
Mori,
like, I don't care.
Mori doesn't care.
Oh, you're dead, bitch.
Shut up. Listen to me. Okay, Arch? Fucking Mooey. Fucking Moochu. Fucking Mau Mau. Fucking Moo Moo. Mooinator. Didn't give a goddamn shit about any fucking, like, what was the most recent thing I remember telling him? Like, I'm like, oh, they're doing this thing. And he's like, yeah, I don't really care. I'll play it anyways. Like, ugh. You're the problem.
Like this is like your argument half the time, Kyle.
This isn't my argument. This is my
Yes, it
argument
is.
against these people. You're just mad because I'm right. And I
Kyle doesn't
call
care.
You are pretty
casuals
far right,
are
Kyle.
the enemies of... Shit like this is why you need a dash weapon. Preferably a... Benji. Gavel actually posted painting Custodes and a lot about his love of 40k. Even before it's mainstreamed him. What are you
And
talking
it's
about?
even
pretty
worse.
mainstream.
He paints Custodes.
He built his own game.
To be fair, that's fucking gay. Like Custodes is
Yeah, no, that's bannable.
that's pretty nasty. But no, like Cavill seems to be the thing too is he was really wasted on the fucking Superman script, which was barely a fucking script.
I heard those movies.
From what we've heard of like how he did The Witcher, like he would read the whole books and he'd play the games and do all of the stuff to figure it out. And what probably hit me the most was when he was whinging out to his makeup artist that he didn't look dirty enough. And then he went outside and rolled around in a fucking puddle of mud on the ground.
Yep. We can
Find me
like
for-
that.
Find
Those
me
are
a
the good
fucking
ones.
mainstream actor willing to do shit like that. Can you imagine Ben Affleck getting out of his fucking trailer without a personal fluffer?
Can't imagine Ben Affleck doing a whole lot, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think Cavill's a good boy. And the thing is, too, he's our boy, I'm pretty sure. And those are few and far between.
Oh.
Hurry.
Okay, I'm gonna get a guide bacon.
Guide beacon. Oh, you want me to do the thing?
I got red drones.
And sure you don't want to skip this mission?
You
No.
have to do it, Kyle. You have to suffer.
Dumbass Kyle.
Wow, Arch. Rude. What in the fuck is that, and why is that retarded looking? Love it. These are so big I can't even see my...
Chinese trap streamer busted for being a real girl. Fans outraged.
That's a fair while ago, wasn't it?
I didn't hear.
Good.
That's kind of funny that, like, you're just a girl.
To be fair, thoughts are a dime a dozen.
Let's pull up the official trailer for Subverse on my phone while I wait for everyone to ready up.
Why, Kyle?
Because Boog asked about it. There's a lot more lewd stuff in this trailer.
Alex Jones buzzed his ex-wife's house with a helicopter.
Wow.
That's not something I endorse, and yet also something that I do find funny.
Red color drones confirmed.
You know what I need to do?
I shut down.
I have an idea. I'm gonna leave Subverse on when I get it. I'm gonna leave it on for months. So like accrues like 10,000 hours. And then I'll be the most played person to have played it. And then I'll be like, they'll ask like, Kibs, you're the most played person to play it. And I'll be like, crap, I didn't beat the game. Crap. I just left it on.
Would they care, though? Would anyone care?
They might. We'll unlock
I
it
don't
on.
know.
This thing is kind of cute. Kind of weird, but it's kind of cute. These things might be too slow to catch it, though.
Don't worry. We'll get him eventually.
Don't worry, I'll bring him over here. There.
Are you sure that was the one?
Well, I'll get some more if you need them.
Oh no, Barch. What are you doing?
See, when you're homing on them, I can also shoot them with all 5 of my derpy little beams, so that's fine.
The guide bacon is nice.
That looked like that hurt.
Oh yeah, these things do hurt.
The power post also gives you increased damage output.
God damn it. Since
Now,
when
I
did
will
this-
point out I have put down the anti-aircraft bunker.
Ow, there you go.
Okay. You're not too far away. Oh, Bubba's got you.
Yeah.
You get-
This one is tagged at least. Ow, it hurt. Blue wall is good wall, by the way.
I'm collecting data.
I mean, the tag is such that most of my shots just kind of, you know, fly around it, but some of them probably hit. Maybe.
I'll eventually
Yeah.
hit.
We can't deal with so many all at once. We must shoot them down one by one.
Ow.
Which one are you tagging?
There's
Ah.
3 of them that are tagged.
Fucking hell. The best part too is, since you can't kill them, they don't drop anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! I hate these things.
They're pretty nasty.
Like if
They
they
don't
throw in
really
some
die.
ants, that would be fine because we get health packs for that.
See, I brought this homing thing thinking I could home, but it just doesn't really do the damage you need. Yeah.
Oh no! Well, Mr. Barge is down.
It just kind
I
of
know.
kills me.
Have we killed a single one?
Nope.
No?
Oh god.
Ow. Oh, got me.
Yeah, I
don't think that's gonna It does help if you actually use the cover I put down.
Disco says, switch to phone, move to bed, sleepy Disco. Good, now your phone will bonk you right in the head when you doze off. Like, bonk.
Probably
Right. The homing is not a good idea. Let's get
The
the
winged
fucking
diver
shotgun.
homing stuff is kind of bad.
Yeah. I wish it would tell me the speed of the missiles, doesn't it? Or does it not? Rate of fire. Homing capabilities A+. Lock on, time, reload time, blast radius. That's a thing, Sandlot. You should tell me the speed. How fast does it go? This one has a 7+ by it.
There.
Bring one more, bud.
A little bit more bursty. Now, come on, Kyle. You've got about 10, 15 more minutes of me, and then you need to do this yourself. Do it now.
Arch is such a traitor. Oh my god.
He's a treacherous little slut.
To be fair, having a mildly short stream today is fine because I have reports. I'd rather just get those over with. I actually contemplated postponing today's stream. Just being like, should I just... And I'm like, no, I need a break. I need a break.
I'm just dead.
Have you been playing so much RuneScape that you killed yourself?
No.
What is it,
Real
Bubs?
fucking tired.
Why don't you close your little eyes?
So fucking
I tried several times.
Bubbles, go to bed, quit being a liar. He's like, I can't go to sleep.
What does this do? Oh, that's the one that's just there. Oh, stuff.
Underestimate the drones. The fact they're only machines makes them even more terrifying weapons.
The drones are in alert
You,
mode.
tag.
When they hit, the drones around them will switch to combat mode.
Kyle, do something. Useless.
Locking on. Well, it looks cool. If I could
It does.
hit him.
Except they're way too fucking slow to do anything, so, there's that. Kyle, you're really useless.
These buildings will be removed, I'll have you.
It would help if they were actually aggro.
Alright. So
Instead
they
they do.
they aggro only when you hit them.
I hit him.
It's aggro. See? Recharge the gun.
Ow. Jesus.
Bart, if you come here.
Fucking hell.
There you
One
go.
in front of me.
I mean, defense up is neat and stuff, I guess.
It's 50% reduction to damage, so
Yeah, but I gotta be here trying to eat your little asshole to get it, which is too close.
well, it lasts for 60 seconds when I shoot you with it.
It's got too much firepower.
See,
So
I
if
wish
you-
they wouldn't recoil so bad when I shot them, because I can
Yeah.
only unload like a small percent of my total damage.
That's why I stick with something like the closed laser, something like that.
It's pointless to shoot them with those missiles. Like,
Well, you say that, but you just killed it.
I did?
Yes.
Alright, did we?
You,
No, it
tag.
looked like we killed another one. Yeah, we did kill another one.
Okay, then I'm gonna keep using it. Oh my god, a guy ran from me.
And it only dropped armor, so,
No, of course it did.
What the fuck? Where did that come from?
Damn.
There. Snag arch. Snag cop.
Yeah, I need to get above it. There you go, like, trap it. Nah, damn it. Trap it in between that building. Then hurt it.
Wow, if it slows down, they really
Maybe
do
this
hit.
one. Yep.
God.
Right behind the building.
Careful, don't get hit by the rockets. Yes, we got him.
There you go.
If I can just score like a good hit like that, and by I mean the missiles, because really all
Ow.
I'm doing is pulling the trigger. Next target, Bubs.
Yeah, I'm reloading the gun. Need something to tag though.
Man down.
You.
It's like one
Right.
man died.
Ow. Hurt. Ow. Ow.
Health over here, by the way.
Bubbles, get the health.
Leaks. Barch, 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 barch. Let me shoot you.
There you go. That was a good hit.
There you go.
Yeah, that one's not gonna last much longer.
Motherfucker.
I'm gonna stand in here, I think. I feel safe-ish.
Oh, come on. Come over here. Knock him into the missiles. No! God damn it.
It really is about knocking them into those.
Like, I can bounce it off the ground and slow it down.
There we go, another one down.
Ow.
Okay, I'm gonna reload the guard assist gun. Yeah. Attack Kyle.
Nice. That's two. Don't run in front of me, you fucking muppet. Yeah. What the heck? Oh, shot. Like flopped all over the place.
They do that.
Yeah, if you can stun him like that, that gets him down real quick.
I can help. I can finally help now.
Like how the missiles have been pushing its carcass all over.
Mm-hmm. Now there's two left.
Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. I'm gonna top off on some health though. Arch, get some health. And loot.
Okay, I'm gonna reload everything.
My guns are reloaded. As soon as you got locks, I'll start
Mine
firing.
are not. Well, need them dragged over here. Actually, I can do that myself.
Oh, you got the needling.
Yeah, I got the niggling.
That thing is
It's,
great.
it's as fast as the fucking missile when it goes in a straight line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bubbles, your missiles are so much faster.
I know. The thing is, they're probably just gonna circle around Arch.
Don't go down up there, Arch. Come over here.
And you're just gonna have to go and fucking fetch me, aren't you?
How am I gonna get up in this sky?
By climbing,
shoot it
bitch.
down.
Climbing.
With what? What? I can't shoot anything down.
Oh, you say that, Kyle.
Nice.
Come here, bitch.
Got it. Damn it. I got one of them.
Look him zoom around.
It's hard for me to track it.
Ooh, that was a good hit. He's dead. He's dead.
I'm just gonna reload the guide gun.
Yeah, seen between the buildings.
I promise you're knocking him away from us.
Chat's talking about the Subverse trailer. It's quite lewd, isn't it? I wouldn't be surprised if it got taken down on YouTube though. Like, there was a girl getting her cheeks clamped. Pretty hard.
It very much so depends. YouTube is derpy when it comes to lewd stuff.
It is.
Oh, they're super arbitrary.
If it were me, I would just say YouTube should allow it, but they should have two sections. Like an NSFW section of YouTube, and then, you know, the regular one. I think that'd be fair. But that's reasonable. So.
Fair is not something they're particularly interested in.
Of course. They certainly have no interest in that. And never, I don't think ever, well, ever since Alphabet acquired them, ever have.
Die, you little shit. He's dead.
The results are great. I will send the data out to the world.
We did it, Kyle.
Good. We defeated the red things. It was fucking cancer, but we did it.
But with a train.
Did it. Hey,
Yeah, no,
upgrade to
there's
missiles.
Okay.
Yay.
Benji Man does read loudly.
People are really excited over the porn games, though.
They are. I
Like,
mean, it's the most-
personally, I don't really care about Subverse.
I want to make content out of it. Because views.
I'm mildly curious how it's going to go because it's so popular, but that's really it.
I think I know exactly how it's going to go. They're going to try and capture it first. They want to tie it to themselves and subvert it. Which is why they were so pissed when I got to show it off.
Oh, you're talking about the interview.
Yep. All of these fucking things who were not interested in it at all really got interested when somebody they didn't like showed it off.
I mean, to be fair, they were
That's
never
often
going
how
to
it
be
is, though.
okay with it. Because these are the same Puritans who were like, anime bad.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, some of them will get it, and then they'll sift through it like, this is problematic.
That's exactly what they're going to do, though. They're going to buy it.
And then they're going to
just
post it on
sift.
Reset Era, and then people on Reset Era are going to be like, those Nazis.
And then
The problem is, again, there was bad handling. Like, it didn't need to be a thing at all, and it could have been just a net gain for Subverse, but...
Didn't they retract it and apologize?
Oh yeah,
to
they
you?
did. Yeah, they did.
They did the right thing afterwards. That's the most. That's pretty important. It should not have happened to begin with, but at least they did the right thing rather than the wrong thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
But
they
the thing
caved
is,
again.
they need to realize that is going to happen again. That is going to continue happening. Simply because it is a popular thing now, and there are a lot of people that will want to have a bite out of that popular thing.
Yep. Unfortunate. But that's always what happens. something gets popular and people with nefarious ideas want to manipulate that thing to push their nefarious ideas. They don't care about the product, they never have. They just want to push their agenda. It's important when, if you're like as a studio, as somebody who runs a studio now, a little one, you curate the people you recruit. So you hire people based on skill, you hire them based on their qualities and qualifications, as well as, you know, how well they work with your team. But you don't hire people that don't work well with your team. Incompatible. People, certain people with nefarious ideas shouldn't be given one.
See, when you hire people, you look not only for skill. That is kind of wrong, people who think that you shouldn't look for skill. You also need to look for people who will actually fit in with work gameplay.
When I said Bubs.
I know it's what you said, Carl. The thing is, every single company does this. You always judge people based on how you think they will get along with the rest of the people. Every single company does it.
You bastards. Well, I think that's gonna ramp up the stream today. Don't you, boys?
Probably. Sounds like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna work more. So, and I'll put on that movie. What was I saw that, Kyle's? Yeah, we're pulling the stream an hour early. It's fine. Archer's gotta go, and I have to finish reports. Good night, chat. We'll see you tomorrow. Time for Warcraft 3. Getting through that in probably 2 more streams. Hope.
Probably. Good night, Barge.
Oh, Lord. Come back. Butt down, they flop.
What's wrong with you?
Say good night to Chap. You call him Bubble Snap. All Norwegians are the
You
same.
fucking Alzheimer's.